I'm your host, Ellie Marie Watts.
And I'm Mickey Holmes.
We're back at Hunter Ice Skating Stadium today for Game 2 of this doubleheader weekend against the Sydney Ice Dogs. It's a special game because today is Canada Day. Both the Northstars and the Ice Dogs have Canadians in the team, making it a little bit of a special game for it today. For the Northstars, it really starts at the top with, General Manager Gary Doré, down to Coach Joe Theriot, and imports Sam Lawson, Sammy Bangor and Nick Reveille, all Canadians. And for the Ice Dogs, they've also got, Geordie Woodrick, Grant Toulmin and Strat Allen, all Canadians. So plenty of Canadians in the mix to go with the Canada Day themes that we're throwing here. Both Mickey and I are wearing Canada Day apparel. I'm sure you'll be seeing a lot more going on today. So today we'll have a really special Canada Day clash and we'll be bringing you all that action. We'll also have a little trivia battle between Northstars import Sam Lawson and Sammy Bangor about Canada, about the motherland. We also have something a little bit extra special. We had some interviews that I did, the Northstars did at the Ice Hockey Classic in Sydney yesterday on Saturday. We were there, we were watching the fantastic action, and as well we interviewed the fans and we had a bit of a chat with them about what they knew about ice hockey in Australia, what they knew about the AIHL, if they knew about it at all. There were some surprising answers to my questions. And we just had a great time down there. So we have those interviews now, and here they are. Hi everyone, Ellie Marie Watts here from the Newcastle Northstars. We're down in Sydney for the Ice Hockey Classic Canada vs USA. We're going to go roaming in the crowd and have a chat with a couple of fans and see what they know about ice hockey in Australia. What brings you to the game today?
Nathan Walker, to believe it or not.
I'm actually playing para ice hockey at second Intermission with the rest of my team from Melbourne.
The hockey, of course.
A chance to see hockey in Australia.
It was a birthday present for my 18th.
Well, I was refereeing the ADF ice hockey match versus ADF and Aussie Heat before this match, so it was kind of supposed to be the curtain raiser. So we managed to get a few people in to watch the game, so that always helps raising the profile of ice hockey here.
Well, we love ice hockey.
Beautiful.
I'm Canadian, she's American.
Oh, so
Real rivalry going on here. It's very much a rivalry.
Are you enjoying the game so far?
Yeah, it's going great.
Oh yeah, it's going good.
I am indeed, except for the own goal. That was kind of a little bit disappointing. But Ben Scrivens is usually a better goalie than that, so we'll see how he copes in the second and third period.
Yeah, I like the standard of it. It's really fast. Like, you got guys like Nate Walker out there that's just killing it. Like, the guy's so fast. He's so fast. It's just the speed of the play is unreal. The stick handling, it's a really, really good standard. Really good standard.
I love it. It's so good. I wasn't sure at the start, but third period came through. So
Yes, of course. Of course, it's amazing.
What about yourself?
I love the game. No, it's great. And I ice skate myself, so
Beautiful.
happy to see all these guys running around out there. It's fantastic.
Do you follow the NHL?
NHL, I do. I'm a Detroit Red Wings fan.
I do. I follow Ottawa Senators.
I couldn't tell.
Yes, Calgary. I'm a big fan of the Ottawa Senators.
Vancouver,
I sure do. Boston Bruins all the way.
NHL, yes, I know the NHL.
Do you have a team? Do you follow a team?
Not really. No, I've been in Australia 30 years as well. But tonight, it's the USA.
The Capitals.
Beautiful. What about yourself? Do you follow the NHL?
Yeah, Penguins.
Penguins. Do you follow the Australian Ice Hockey League at all?
Didn't know there was one.
No, I didn't know that. That's great, though. I'm pleased.
Well, I know we have an Australian player tonight, and he had to come from somewhere. So I assume that there would have been somewhere where they can learn and play and hone their craft. So that's great. And it's the first time I've heard of that.
Yeah, I know of the AIHL. I know of all the teams, and I just think I'm at games every week now, and just the standard of the league over the last few years is amazing. Like, you got guys like, Max Perron that played here. Dane Davis is just going, week after week he's getting better. Guys like Woodrick, Girling in Canberra, like the standard of the league is amazing, and I honestly think some of the guys, like the imports that are playing here, could be playing out there. That's how good they are.
We've been out talking to fans of the Ice Hockey Classic who've been out here watching USA and Canada. We've tested their knowledge, what they know about the Ice Hockey Classic, and whether they know about the Australian Ice Hockey League. I think we've converted a couple of people who hadn't heard about it before, which is great. So yeah, we've been at the Ice Hockey Classic. We've been having a fantastic time. We want you to see everything that we've seen, so check out our social media pages and also check out the Ice Hockey Classic on social media. So yeah, we were down at the Ice Hockey Classic yesterday, having a bit of fun, having a bit of a chat. There was a couple of people who hadn't heard about the AIHL, so maybe we've got a couple of converts now.
Hopefully.
Absolutely. So yeah, we're both down there. Mickey, did you enjoy yourself down at the Ice Hockey Classic?
I loved it. It was my first massive game experience and I absolutely loved it. I can see why it draws such a massive crowd every year. I think it's just such a great thing for ice hockey in Australia.
Yeah. There was 12,000 people there and I think pretty much all of them were there to see Nathan Walker.
Oh yeah, the response he got, when they called his name on the team line out, when he got onto the ice,
anytime he
touched the puck, it just went insane. And
absolutely.
Then, yeah, everyone was just there to see Stormy. It was so good to see.
It was so good, absolutely. Well, yeah, that was the Ice Hockey Classic. You know, a couple big NHL fans, hockey fans there. You know, a couple of AIHL fans there. Nathan Tanner, you know, we had a chat with him. Legs from the Mustangs, shout out to him. But yeah, he had a fantastic chat with him just about, you know, what he loves about the AIHL, and yeah, we'll get that video up on social media after we wrap up Northstars Live today. But yeah, let's look ahead to today's game. We've got a huge game to come up. So today's game is game 2 of this doubleheader weekend against the Ice Dogs. Friday night we're down in Sydney, and then back here in Newcastle today for the second game. Yeah, Mickey, you were down in Sydney on Friday. Craig Tonks, manager. Yeah, we've got special Canada Day shirts. That's what he was just showing off for everyone.
Nice self-promotion there.
Yeah, a bit of self-promotion. But yeah, you were down in Sydney on Friday. Walk us through Friday's game.
Look, every time these teams come together, it's always a pretty fiery matchup.
Yes.
Even Scott Stevenson said going into the weekend, it's always been a bit of a rivalry there.
Yes.
So of course there were a couple of penalties throughout the game.
Yep. Standard.
Yeah, and it did flare up a couple of times during the game, but just through and through really good hockey.
Yeah.
And then ended again, went to shootout, and Northstars came out on top, luckily, after, I think, 9 rounds of shots.
Yeah, absolutely, it was a really long shootout.
Really long.
Yeah. So, we went to another shootout with the Ice Dogs. That's 3 shootouts from 3 games. So today is really either the series breaker or the series tire.
Yep.
Yeah, what do you think it is about these two teams where they, just can't really get that clean regulation win? They just keep going to shootouts.
I think they're just really evenly matched. And
Yeah.
I don't think it's just this team. I mean, the league this year has just stepped up again in level. And, this year the Northstars have come to the table and we're really, fighting back. But I just think that they're just so evenly matched, and everything we did, the Ice Dogs had an answer for on Friday night. And everything they did, we had an answer for. And it was just sort of neck and neck until the end.
So the Sydney Ice Dogs really did break ahead. They were leading 2-0, but the Northstars were able to claw it back from that second period and equalise it to take it to the shootout sort of win there. You could really see from the photos and from the social media going on from the game just how intense it was and tight, that drawback. There was real we've really got to win, because the Ice Dogs are sitting ahead of the Northstars in the table. So, not just that, that team rivalry, but it's really at that point in the season. And we do keep talking about this with everyone, how every game it matters. You really need those points. So I think that was really on show on Friday night as well.
Definitely, and it's getting to that tipping point in the season where you need to start taking those wins and getting the points up. And I think Sammy Bangor came out with the first goal and assisted with Tasarik in the second. So he's proved a really important piece of the team
Yeah,
this season.
absolutely. We actually, later on in North Stars Live, we have an interview with Sammy. Really keen to... We had a chat with him just about, his first weekend in the league, because he just came out guns a-blazing, 6 points in his first weekend.
Unbelievable.
It's amazing. So like we were saying, Friday night, the North Stars won shootout 3-2 with the Sydney Ice Dogs, and that's 3 games so far with the Ice Dogs, 3 shootouts. 2 of those have been won by the North Stars, 1 by the Ice Dogs. So tonight, either the Ice Dogs will claim the win and tie the series, or the North Stars will take it and claim the series. So. We don't really talk about series all that much in the AIHL, but each team plays each other 4 times, 2 at home, 2 away. So, 28 game season for everyone, and there are mini series. But when it comes down to like certain teams, there are definitely rivalries, and Ice Dogs is definitely one of ours.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So tonight, for the North Stars, we've got a couple of entries and admissions. So Hayden Sheard will be in today after today's game. He had a good game on Friday. He was playing as well. Jason Chalker, who was he played his 3rd game with the North Stars last weekend. Was it last weekend? Yes, the double header. Feels so long ago. But he will be out today. Zane Jones is out with an upper body injury, as is Thomas Lander, import, out with an upper body injury. But on the ice tonight for the imports, we'll see, Sammy Bangor out there again, Sam Lawson, we'll see Nick Reveille and
Joe
Theriot. Thank you, Mickey.
Okay.
Oh dear. But like we were saying before, today is Canada Day. We have lots of Canadians in the North Stars team, as well as the Ice Dogs do as well. But it's not just on the ice action we'll have. Mickey, what's happening off the ice?
We've got a lot going on at the rink today, so we've got some face painting happening. We're going to play the Canada National Anthem before the game, and we also have a Canadian playlist playing in the background.
I swear it's not all Nickelback, guys. I promise.
We hope.
Actually, I hope. But and we're even Marty, if I think you walked past before, but he's wearing something extra special today, something really Canadian actually. I think he's busted out an old uniform from back home.
Love it.
The Moose. But and the North Stars will be in red today. They wear red on Sundays, but we really asked everyone to wear red, so it's red everywhere.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. But speaking about Canadians, earlier this week we caught up with Sam and Sammy, our imports, and tested their knowledge on the motherland ahead of Canada Day. Here's that interview.
Hi, Lucy Vaughan here from the Newcastle Northstars. I'm here with Sam Lawson and Sammy Bangor, 2 of our forwards. We're going to be doing a quiz with them today about Canadian facts, ready for our Canada game on Sunday. You ready, boys?
Yeah.
Okay. Who was the first Prime Minister of Canada?
John McDonald?
No.
Oh.
You get another go.
John Chrétien?
No. His name was John A. McDonald. How many oceans...
That's what you said.
Okay, Bangor gets 2 points for my mess up. So, how many oceans touch Canada?
3.
You're right. How many countries border Canada?
1.
What percentage of the world's maple syrup supply comes from Canada?
80?
Correct. How many provinces are in Canada?
10.
Correct. What's the capital city of Canada?
Ottawa.
Correct. How many territories are there?
3.
Did you just stop to give Lawson a sympathy point? And last one, name of the national anthem.
Oh, Canada.
Correct. Thanks for your time, boys. I look forward to seeing you play on Sunday.
Thank you very much.
I have to say, they kind of stumbled a little bit there with some of those questions.
I think Sammy Bangor definitely easily took it out. Sam Lawson was definitely struggling there.
Poor Sam.
I know before we started rolling, he was like, quick, what's the capital of Canada?
Just in case, and it definitely was in there. Poor Sam.
Trying to prepare.
Where these poor guys were just like, went in there and practice before practice. We're like, so we're going to ask you these questions about Canada. The instant panic in their faces. It was priceless. It was. But yeah, so it's fun to have. We've been doing fun little, pre-practice interviews and stick tape challenges and with the boys, and they seem to be having fun with it. So
yeah,
we thought we'd throw something a bit more challenging their way. Stick taping's easy. Here, have a trivia quiz. But as you saw, we had Sam, Lawson, and Sammy Bangor, and we were chatting about Sammy just before. This is his second weekend in the AIHL, but it seems like he's really fitting into the team really well, starting to really find his place. Yeah, like in the scheme of things, and being a real help for the Northstars. And Lucy had a one-on-one with Sammy earlier this week, and just had a chat about his first week in the AIHL and how he found it. Here's that interview.
Hi, Lucy Vaughan here from the Newcastle Northstars. I'm here with our newest import, Sammy Bangor. How do you feel after the weekend's games?
It was good to get in some game action and on the ice. It's been a few months for me, so it was nice to get out there. And luckily, we took 4 out of 6 points, so hopefully we can continue with that this week.
Speaking of 6 points, you got 6 points over the weekend. Do you think you're going to be able to keep that going in the following games?
I'll try my best. That's a little hard of a pace to keep up with, but I'll try to produce as much as I can, and hopefully we keep winning, and that's all that matters.
So what was the pace like compared to where you've played before?
It's a little bit different. I was warned also beforehand. Just like things you're used to in North American hockey is a lot different over here. Maybe the speed or just like other things sort of around there. So, the guys told me it takes probably 4 games to fully kind of know what you're expecting every time. So, hopefully it'll be perfect after this weekend.
So, do you feel like you're gelling well with the players as well? It seemed like you had some pretty good passes through the weekend.
On the ice, I've been playing with Joe and Bert, and they both helped me out, and they're both great players, so it's been a little easier for me. And off the ice, it seems like all the guys are good guys. They all joke around, get along, so that's been a nice thing for me so far.
Thanks for your time, Sammy. We're looking forward to seeing you play on the weekend.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
So yeah, Sammy really does look like he's, sounds like he's having fun out there.
Yeah. Definitely. And it's almost like, you don't really know that he was a late addition to the squad. He's just fit in so well.
Yeah. So he's playing on a line with Joe Theriot and Captain Bert Malloy, who was brought forward from defence. So yeah, it seems to be working out really well.
Yeah, definitely. I think that it's a really good chemistry between all the guys, and it's really working out well.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really great having, Sammy here with Thomas out. He's been out for a couple of weeks now with an upper body injury. So the coaches at least haven't had to flip a coin or whatever they do to figure out, which import goes on and which import stays off. Helps a little bit, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah. So, we're going into this game. The teams are now on the ice warming up. And, Mickey, actually, you caught up with Northstars coach Joe Theriot earlier today and had a bit of a chat with him about Friday's game and, what to expect out of today. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely. And he actually spoke a little bit about Sammy and the chemistry he's brought to the team. So it's really interesting what he had to say about that.
Awesome. Well, we'll just roll that interview and I'll let you guys see what Mickey and Joe chatted about. Here's that interview.
Hi, my name is Mickey Holmes and I'm from the Newcastle Northstars and I'm here with Joe Theriot, the coach. So today we're taking on the Ice Dogs for our Canada Day clash. What are you hoping to take away after our 3-2 shootout win on Friday night?
Oh, just 3 points straight out. That'll be great for the day. Celebrate the old birth of a nation there, 151 years. So we'll take 3 points, and that'll be nice icing on the cake.
Perfect. Now Charlie Smart was in goals on Friday night, and he did a pretty good job. How do you think he went?
Yeah, he did amazing. We congratulated him. The boys stuck behind him. He stuck around with the boys, and he played a full 50. And over and above that, he added himself into the shootout and just was phenomenal in the shootout. For Charlie. early, and that's what we've been looking for the whole.
And Sammy Bangor got Friday night.
Year and years before, he's got a lot of connections, for friends through myself back at Reeves. He's got connections and something amazing. Well, it's something amazing that in the past 3 games, and he's got 8 points, so it shows exactly what he's here to do. So,
well, good luck today, and thank you so much for talking to us.
Thanks as always.
What am I Pete? So I think we had a couple of technical issues there, but yeah, Pete, did you catch the interview or a bit of the interview with Joe there?
I did hear a little bit, but got a bit broken up for me there. But I think the message was pretty clear. Sammy's inclusion, he's a good quality player, and he's made a big difference to this team. And immediate difference. The guys played that much better last weekend, and they kept in there with the Ice, who were playing a really good game. We've won the next 2 games after playing us. And then to come back and level with the Ice Dogs and win and shootout was a great job, not just by him, but especially Charlie Smart and net. And the whole team pulled together really well to pull that one out of the fire a little bit. So well done to them.
So yeah, something Mickey and I were discussing previously was that this will be our 4th game against the Ice Dogs, the 4th and final game. But all 3 games previously have gone to a shootout. The Northstars have won 2, the Ice Dogs have won 1. And it sounds like Joe is really going for the full 3 points, the full regulation win today. What do you think it is about these 2 teams that has seen them all games go to a shootout?
I think it's a lot of the personality of both the teams, really. The Sydney Ice Dogs have always been a team that refuses to give up. It's always been their strongest point. And so many times you see teams score on the Ice Dogs, and then the Ice Dogs come back and score one right back. That happens so many times. But part of that is because they've been kind of a penalty-free team. They've always accrued more than some of the other teams who are more skill play. They've always been a physical team. That's kind of been their MO, their personality. This year it's kind of shifted a little bit. Fridge has come in from Northstars, and he's brought down the amount of penalties they've taken quite dramatically. That's been one of his goals for the season. It's worked for them. And in some ways, Newcastle become a bit more physical, even though we don't have those massive guys. They've got some very tall guys. And we've taken a few more of those sort of penalties. There's a little bit of reversal, but the character still remains the same, that the Ice Dogs are a really Canadian-style team, go in with forecheck and lots of hitting, and just the mentality to get one right back. And the North Stars, they've got their own personality, and we've seen it here. They're a skilled team, but this year they've amped up the physicality. And they're also a bit like the Ox Dogs. They're not giving up. We've had a lot of the North Stars goals have been in the 3rd period. And some of them when we've been down. So a lot of them have been when we've been behind. So there's been that same sort of don't give up attitude from the North Stars, which is great to see. Hopefully we can score more early in the game and have a little less heart stress going on.
Well, we definitely saw that Friday night's game. Sydney was leading 2-0 before a second period goal from Sammy Bangor and a final period goal from Richie Chisaric to even it up. So like you said, there's definitely that don't give up attitude, and you can't win if you have a defeatist attitude. So we'll see how tonight goes. What are you expecting out of tonight's game, Pete?
I actually chatted to Fridge on the bench before the game, and he was joking about if he had the perfect breakup scenario with going to the other team, is that we would share the points. And he was thinking that therefore we should receive the memo that the North Stars should lose in the shootout tonight. That's quite possible. I mean, these 2 teams are pretty evenly matched, and a shootout is pretty likely, but it's hard to say. Newcastle got a couple of important players out, and the Ice Dogs are getting great production from that top line with Geordie Woodrick and Grant Toulmin, and they've got Curtis Skip in goal tonight, but we've got Dane Davis in goal tonight. Things are still pretty even, so it'll be interesting to see. I don't know, we've seen 3 very close, but I just have a feeling tonight we'll have the table tilt one way or another tonight. I'm not sure which way.
Yeah, and just to sort of wrap it up, we've got some fun Canada Day stuff happening as well. Like, what are you? Yeah, are you excited for the the addition of the whole Canada Day rivalry? I suppose.
Yeah, it's great. We've got Independence Day coming up as well this week, but falling today on Canada Day is pretty exciting. I've got my Canada baseball jersey. It was given to me by a Northstars player, Greg Klein.
Busted it out, gave it a wash.
Yeah, I did, exactly. It was a perfect opportunity to wear it today, so I was pretty proud to pull it out. Yeah. Been telling everyone about the story about the jersey. It's great atmosphere tonight. We're going to have lots of people in here, and we're going to have a great time tonight. It's great to see you all across the league. We're getting into that same spirit.
Yeah, absolutely. Alrighty, Pete, well, we'll let you get ready for today's broadcast. It'll be Peter, commentating once again for today's game, but yeah, we'll let you get ready.
Yeah, Steve and I, we're ready to go.
Alrighty.
Looking forward to it.
Well, yeah, that was just with Peter Lambert, commentator for the Northstars. And Mickey, it looks like we're getting pretty close to today's game. You looking forward to it?
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it.
Alrighty, guys. Well, we'll leave you to it, but do stick around, watch the game. We'll have some intermission updates and post-game show with the Northstars.
And a save there and they score! So here's Lawson with a shot and he scores! And he tries to net walking and he shoots and scores! Mustangs draw first one! Teresi gets a shot and scores! 4-4! Lachlan going to the net, shoots and he scores! And towards Cox, Cox gets a shot away, Davis makes the save, no it's in! It's in! First over the lead!
Live from Hunter Ice Skating Stadium in Newcastle, this is AIHL TV. The regular season is brought to you by Air Canada, who offer the only daily and non-stop service to Vancouver. For details, visit aircanada.com.au. Owners are a direct infrastructure investor with a portfolio worth in excess of $50 billion. ATC Productions, your live event technical provider. And APA Group, delivering Australia's energy.
Hello and welcome everyone to Hunter Ice Skating Stadium, and happy Canada Day, Steve. Woohoo! Yes.
Everyone's going to rock the red today.
Yeah, we're rocking the red today. We've got the Northstars in red, their home Sunday gear, and lots of people like myself in Canada gear today, and we're enjoying this Canada Day theme to the AIHL this weekend, which has gone off right across the league.
Well, it was fantastic to actually be down in Sydney last night and watch the game between Canada and US in the Ice Hockey Classic, and see the noise that was being made for Canada. It was phenomenal. It really was. So, it was just a great moment, moment.
So you lived in Canada yourself, Steve? You're in the Edmonton area, is that right?
Yeah, for 7 years, when I was a kid, from 9 to 16, so we're talking a long time ago.
It's nearly 20 years since I lived in US. I was near the Canadian border up in Washington State, but that's where I got my hockey culture from, and you would have got plenty in Edmonton.
Well, I was a 9-year-old, and we landed there in the middle of winter, so there wasn't much to do other than get to the ice rink.
And you'd moved from Queensland, northern Queensland.
Correct. It was a bit of a culture shock, I don't mind telling you, but we fitted in pretty well. The 5 brothers and a sister, we all skated, we all played hockey, so it was a great thing to pull everyone together.
Very good. Well, we've got an interesting game tonight. This is the last of the 4 games between these two teams. The home team, the Newcastle Northstars, and the Sydney Ice Dogs, the visitors tonight. These two teams have played 3 times so far, 3 shootouts. So far, Newcastle have a 1-point edge with the win on Friday night. Fridge told me he'd be happy if we lost the shootout tonight, but we'll see what happens. Both teams will want all 3 points. there's a lot of pride between these. We took up the rivalry a bit, and it's not been as strong or as fierce as it was in the past.
Yep.
These two teams used to be quite fiery and had several finals against each other. Most recently was 2013, which the Ice Dogs won. But yeah, this is a strong rival, more probably historic than more recent, when there's been other rivalries like with the Brave and Ice and other teams like that. But nevertheless, there's going to be a fair bit of feeling tonight. There's some ex-players and teams. So you've got Jonathan Ruth and you've got Fridge moved over, and Nick Mizzen come from the Northstars, the Ice Dogs, and the other direction. Can't remember think of any Ice Dogs. Oh well, Paddy Ward originally played there, and I think even Richard Tessaric might have played there at some stage. But definitely Paddy Ward started it with the Ice Dogs.
Well,
and, there's Robert Malloy as well.
Of course.
Yes.
How could you forget him, our
Yes.
captain, sir? But this game has a huge significance because the North Stars are 2 points behind the Ice Dogs, who sit in second place at the moment. So a regulation win tonight can put them in second. And I tell you, it was a couple of weeks ago where that didn't look like it was going to be possible. North Stars were struggling through the early part of the season, but they've really come together well. And of course, having Sam Bangor join the team has been a huge lift for the guys.
North Stars are entering their ice, and it looks like we're expecting Dane Davis to be in goal tonight after Charlie did a super job on Friday night. And Curtis Skipp is taking the goal crease for the Ice Dogs. So I hadn't noticed until the interview that happened this week that Curtis Skipp is actually here because he was teammates with Bo Taylor, with Conor McLaughlin, and Scott Swiston in Canada. So that's his connection with us.
Yeah.
So he didn't come here, of course. We had a guy called Dane Davis to take that spot. But great find the Ice Dogs, and he's playing really well to Skip.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching him play. I mean, we know what Nick Mizzen brings. I mean, he was a North Star all last year, and he's a very, very good young player, and one of the future of this of goaltending here in Australia. There's no doubt about that. So it'll be interesting to see how Skip performs, and I'm sure he'll do a fantastic job.
We're going to have two anthems tonight, Steve. So we're going to have the Canadian and the Australian anthem tonight. Makes it all part of the theme tonight.
I only know the words for one, mate. I'm sorry.
Which one's that?
Come on. Advance Australia Fair, of course.
I don't know the French words. I know all the English words for the Canadian. Oh, but they just changed some of the wording though. Both teams are making their way to their goals for a quick huddle. Curtis Skip with a Hail Mary. Part of his routine, perhaps.
Yeah, you can see that the Ice Dogs right in front of us here, they're very focused, Peter. I mean, everyone looks serious. Everyone looks like they really want to contribute and compete tonight, and why wouldn't they? It's, again, another good crowd here in the Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. That rivalry we've spoken about, the gritty play that the Ice Dogs normally bring, it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, for sure. One notable exception from the Ice Dogs is they're missing their captain, Scott Stevenson, tonight. He's always a competitor and a leader for that team. So, likewise, the Northstars with that Tommy Lander, and Zane's out at the moment, out for tonight as well. Anyway, I still think things are pretty even. It will be interesting how things go. We're going to find out pretty soon because Rick West has the stripes tonight. He's about to drop the puck on this AIHL game here at Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. And we're underway. Face off. Newcastle win it with a winger win, and into the zone they go. Richard Cesaric carries the puck. He'll button hook. Pulled down from behind Billy Cliff. Cesaric gets the puck away, but it's picked up and cleared by Lee Turner. Into the zone, and a quick shot on net, and it's stopped by Davis. Has to juggle a little, but he stops it and sends it out to the corner.
Really good hockey play, though, by Cesaric to bring the puck into the Ice Dog zone, do a little button hook delay. Unfortunately, blew a tire, so he wasn't able to get the opportunity that he wanted. But how quick, again, were the Ice Dogs to turn that around with the transition. And Billy Cliff, great speed.
Newcastle win that face-off. They're setting up their breakout, and they're going to throw it down the middle into the zone. And it's chipped in by Sam Lawson, and Curtis Skip will cover up. We're just 26 seconds gone so far.
That's one of the plays I love, in that we throw the puck up the ice on a quick break and try and, even if the players don't get it, it should negate the icing because of the speed that the forwards are actually bringing to the game. So it's a really, really good play, and the North Stars have been using it a lot lately. But this looks like the first line has now come to join them.
Joe Hartrick will take the face off. He's got Sammy Bangor and Bert Malloy, the skipper for the North Stars, out there right now. That's going past Bangor and around behind the Ice Dogs net. McGregor gets there first, and he'll clear it with some help from Grant Toulmin. Nice pass to Woodrick. Woodrick takes a slap shot, a hard one off the shoulder of Davis, but it was offside, so we got a stop of play.
Bang, bang, what a shot.
There was plenty of mustard on that one.
Yeah, Toulmin just let it go, but again, how quickly the Dogs transitioned out of their own zone there to get that shot away.
Face off, Dogs will win that one, and between Deep and McGregor will dump it in. It's in deep for Rob Hazelhurst. He's left that behind. Chance for the Ice Dogs in front through a crowd, but it's bouncing around and kept to the outside to the right of Davis. A button hook from Toulmin up to the point. Dunwoody will send it back to him. Davis gets a paddle on it, keeps it out in the corner, and Newcastle are breaking out with the puck. Through centre ice, and a bit of traffic there, and chasing it is Achari. He's got Bangor for support. They're both behind the net. Bangor digging at the puck. He gets away with it, and he'll probably look for help up top. He does. He hands off to Malloy. Malloy through a screen. I think that hit Curtis Skip's helmet or something hard there, and it's bounced out of play. So a stop of play, 13:36. No score there so far in the first.
That was Dave Ferrari who let that shot go. A boomer from the point.
Oh, I saw it.
And Skip had to really struggle to find it. And Ferrari's got a right little smile on his face. He would have loved that to have gone in the net. That was a good shot, but set up well by Bangor, who saw that he was available on the point and used him.
Back underway, and Newcastle win the face-off, and a shot by Shane Southwood on net. Goes a little bit just outside. Ferrari now gets a touch, and he'll send it back to the defence, and sheared off the boards, and picked up by the Ice Dogs in their zone, cleared by Manka, but sheared back with it again. He'll dump it in. It's deep into the North Star zone, and a foot race on, and first to it is James Marino. Dogs will chip it off the boards to get it out of the zone and neutralise and have some space. They've got a bit of a 2-on-1 going. Takes a shot. Saved by Davis.
Oh, well
into
cleared.
the corner it goes. And to safety, but that was looking a little bit dangerous for the North Stars for a moment there. A wide shot on net there by Watini, who was heading off anyway, and it's off the blocker and out of play.
Yeah, poor old Hayden Sheard there was caught up ice. Tried to take either the puck or the man, but the Dogs were able to chip it around him and go into the North Stars zone with speed. Very clever play to get out of the zone again. Again, I've been really impressed so far with the Dogs, how quickly they're transitioning into the North Stars zone. The North Stars are doing a good job getting the puck into the zone, though.
Round the boards and kept in at the blue line. And Ruth comes together with Nick Reveille, and Reveille won that one. Down low, Newcastle still battling to keep it in the iStock zone, and it's Sam Lawson going to pick up behind the net, but he's got Alex Stevenson pretty close on him. To the point, shot, and is wide, and it goes behind the net. And the Ice Dogs have got some numbers. Ruth will send it up, and Billy Cliff can't control it. He gets it in front now. Quick shot through a screen and a save by Davis. Good pass by Cliff, picking the man coming into the zone late. The high man.
I was impressed with Davis then as he took the rebound as well too, because he took the initial shot and the rebound. He was calm on both.
Alex Stevenson gets it to Jonathan Ruth. He'll move in, drops it off. Quick shot on net and gloved by Davis with stopper play. No score yet. 11:56 left in the first.
The Ice Dogs are using that centre point, the slot, very, very well tonight. There have been a couple of one-timers, a couple of big shots coming from that. The North Stars are going to have to either sink a little bit lower with their winger or bring the defence out a little bit higher to try and help with that, because they've had about 3 shots now so far already. So it's going to be a dangerous play if they don't cut it off soon.
North Stars win that face-off in their own end. They'll throw it down ice, and it's bouncing slowly and picked up there by McGregor. He'll backhand it out and goes to Hazelhurst for the North Stars. Neutral zone swapsies at the moment. Ice Dogs have it in their own zone. Some crisp passing from both teams, except for that one from Dave Dunworthy, just as I said it. Quick to the Packers, Bangor in close. Deeks, loose. Scores! Matt Malloy. No, it's been wiped off. Well, the backhand, I thought it went in. I'm not sure what happened. We'll have a look at the replay. It looked, maybe the net was off.
So maybe he didn't believe it went in the net.
Yeah, I guess so. It couldn't. I mean, I can only see from my angle here, so a different angle may show it differently.
Yeah, certainly Bert Malloy, very unlucky if that wasn't called a goal, because he had the whole open net there and he was on his backhand, but just didn't quite get the shot away. But Bangor coming from that right-hand corner and making the play, the guy's a talent.
Yeah, well, he's had an immediate impact. Hi to his parents that they're watching. Probably wait till breakfast time to watch it rather than 4 a.m. But they may be watching it over breakfast. We're really enjoying watching your son play here. Hi also to the Jones family. Sandy and Scott back home. Face off. Won by the Ice Dogs. Thomas Manco can't clear it. And the puck kept in by Matt Latini. He gets it away from Marino. Ice Dogs now, though, with some speed up the neutral zone. Hands it off with a quick shot and a save by Davis. It's loose. He makes another save and stops play with 11:01 left in the first.
He's made a fantastic job getting rid of those second rebounds that have been happening a lot tonight for him. That's the third one now where he's had to work really, really hard to stop the Dogs from coming through. He just needs a little bit more help and support around that net.
Face-off won by the Ice Dogs. They're in the North Star zone, so that's fortuitous for them. Quick shot on net through the screen. It's high and bouncing around to the right of Davis. He'll stop that play with 10:50 left in the first.
Yeah, I like the way that the Dogs are really, really pushing hard on the North Stars net. I like the way the North Stars are playing defensively as well too. It's just that front, that slot area is just being a little bit loose at the moment. So far the Dogs haven't been able to take an advantage of that. But the play's certainly been in the North Stars end a lot, Peter.
That's true. Back underway now. They're in the North Stars end, and that's into neutral ice, but can't keep control of the puck, Pat Naden. And Marino will bounce it off the boards. It's into the North Stars zone for Paddy Ward to pick up, and he's got Brian Kolajczyk close by him. Into the zone, and Kolajczyk will dump and leave it for his teammates as they change. North Stars under some pressure in their own zone at the moment. And a stopper play puck is frozen with 10:20 left in the first.
We have a penalty coming up. Referee Rick West has called a hooking.
Could be either team in that little scrum.
In that little scrum, it'll be interesting to see. It looks like it is a nice dog going. Looks like it's Lachlan Schumacher.
Hooking is a call for 2 minutes. First power play of the game to go to the North Stars, and they've been changing their lines up pretty regularly, so they've got a fresh power play line on right now. They have the puck. Quick shot by Reveille, it's loose, and Toulmin goes over the falls over Curtis Skip, and that's off the Ice Dogs bench and out of play. Just 11 seconds into that power play.
Yeah, poor old Bert Malloy is doing everything to try and keep that in, but unfortunately he was using his right hand to stop the puck on the left side, so he could only go out, so unlucky. But I like seeing him on the point for this power play. He's got the ability to quarterback this very well.
Yeah, normally a defenseman. He's played plenty of forward though. Did a lot at Ice Dogs when he was playing in the Ice Dogs years ago. Toulmin with the puck. Gets it away to Reveille. Bit of a floater there through a screen, but stopped by Skip. That's chipped off the boards by Malloy, and Toulmin gets a loose, but that puck is thrown down ice by Dave Dunwoody, and Nick Reveille will be to it first. Jordy Woodrick now on the ice for the Ice Dogs, he's leading their scoring, 2.2 points per game this season. We'll see what he can do here in Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. Malloy to the point. Hands off, shot, beauty, and it's a big rebound, but there's lots of white jerseys there. Bangor picks up the scraps, can't get it to a teammate, and is kept in at the blue line by Malloy. He's got Charek down low with him. Bangor moves into the screen position, and another penalty being called. A slash being called. I think it's on Dave Dunwoody.
Like it's on Dave Dunwoody.
By the way he's protesting. So we're going to have a short 5-on-3 for the North Stars. It'll be 53 seconds of that one, Steve.
Actually, Jonathan Root would be looking at Shannon McGregor and saying, why did you do that? Because he slashed the living daylights out of Jonathan Root's stick when it was in front of the net. Got a little bit confused.
Maybe he thought he was still playing for Newcastle.
Yeah, he just got a little bit confused as to who had what there in front of the net. But this is a wonderful opportunity. 5-on-3, very early in the first penalty.
Well, that's when the Ice Dogs score last night. Was their first goal was a 5-on-3 advantage. So we'll see how it goes for the North Stars here. Out to the point. Reveille walks the blue line, so we haven't had a change of lines. They've kept the same power play out, but they did have a little bit of a rest there. Bangor to the point. Reveille across to Malloy. We've got left and right combination. Reveille tries to bank it off the stick of Toulmin, but it's been picked up by Toulmin, and he gets it around the skates of Darren Hardy-Hawken, who's also wearing the stripes. Quick shot on net, skated by Skip. It's loose, picked up by Bangor to the point, through a screen, and it's stopped by one of his teammates, I think, then rather than Skip.
Had no idea
he
where that
couldn't find it. He hit one of his players, and it's been cleared, so it's a desperate defence by that Ice Dogs penalty kill. They've got 7 seconds of 5-on-3 advantage for the North Stars into the zone. They've lost the puck, briefly, and another penalty's been called. I suspect it's on Nick Reveille.
Yeah.
So some relief for the Ice Dogs. We're going to be 4-on-4 and after 1 second.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky on that for Reveille. I mean, he came down through and he did actually take the skates out of the Ice Dog player, but it was kind of like a battle, so it's really, really tough one. And that's why he's shaking his head as he's skating over to the penalty box.
They come away and the North Stars have the puck. They're moving it forward, but the Ice Dogs have their player back on now. Lachlan Schumacher heading off. A quick shot on net and a stop by Skip, and it's up into the ceiling, and a stop of play now with 8:12 left in the first. We've had no score yet though, Steve.
No, it's been a fairly close game. I will say that the Ice Dogs have spent a lot of time in the North Stars end. They've had a lot more shots on Dane Davis than what we've had on Skip here. Good face-off win.
Off the boards, Newcastle keep possession, and we've got to stop a play.
Wow.
Yes, we do. A high sticking is called, and Sam Lawson's being called for that one.
Very unlucky. He went to lift his stick, just missed it, and just got the Ice Dog in the face as his stick came up. Obviously no blood, so there's only a minor. There's no double minor on that, but just very unlucky.
So we're going to have Ice Dogs 5-on-3 here for a while. Going to be around about 40 seconds of that. Not a big one, but still an opportunity for the Ice Dogs. So 55 seconds remaining in their penalty. Back on the way, Ice Dogs will win that face-off. Toulmin with the puck. He moves it around. He's going to go behind the net. Looking to get it in front. He stops in the circle. The face-off circle. Shot from the point. Off a player. That might have hurt. No. I think it hit Hazelhurst.
I tell you what, Dane Davis had to catch that about a foot over his head, so
it went up.
It went up all right.
It was a big deflection.
Isn't it funny how the game changes so quickly? 5-on-5, the action was end to end. It was going 100 mile an hour. Now we've got special teams. It's slowed down a little bit, but it's a bit more exciting because you just don't know what's going to happen now.
There's a bit more tension for sure. Matt Lindsay gets it out of the corner, and Newcastle are going to break that out. And we've still got 34 seconds till that ice dog penalty expires. Joe Hacharik in deep. Ice Dogs, though, bring it forward. We've got 4 and 3 at the moment, so it's a lot of ice out there to work with.
Here we go.
And a win by the Northstars here for the puck, that is. Shot on net, saved by Skip. Bit of a rebound picked up by Toulmin. That shot was by Hacharik. Newcastle backing up. So they're down to 3 defenders right now. That's cleared, but not out of the zone by Hazelhurst. And Ice Dogs now with a 5-on-3 as Dunwoody re-enters.
This will be interesting to see if they can keep the triangle moving. So
40 seconds remaining of this until they get one back, and then we've got a few more seconds of 5-on-4 for the Ice Dogs. Newcastle have cleared though with 6:52 left in the first. No scoring yet. Been some opportunities though. Dunwoody hands it off to Cliff. Newcastle diving about trying to clear the puck. Some desperate work, and they do get it out of the zone. It's gone back to Skip, and Richie Tsarik is happy to forecheck that. Kolojaki heads off, and Ruth will carry the puck up the middle. He can deal. He definitely can puck handle. We saw him do some for Newcastle last year. He scored a great goal at one stage. Newcastle get one back. And they've picked up the puck. They're one man down, but they're going to have given a rush here. Nice pass in close. Sails! What a goal by Tsarik. Reveille with a beautiful pass. And shorthanded goal for the Northstars with 6:08 left in the first period.
Great drive to the net. Good things happen when you go to the net, and that was just superb. Jonathan Root did almost everything that he could as a defence player to make sure that didn't happen. But Tsarik just kept his stick at the puck, knew where it was, and buried it. Great goal.
Yeah, it was a bit of a gamble for me. I was surprised to see Newcastle sending up 3 players in deep. They only held one back. They were down a man, but the gamble paid off. They scored there. I think they saw Nick Reveille with a head of steam. And thought,
as the rush was generated, they got their 5th player back. So
so it was coming on anyway.
Yep.
They knew they had some help coming. Stop a play immediately off the face-off, and Newcastle have been waved out. So I don't know if they're aware yet.
Yeah, Hamish Powell's just a little bit slow coming out in the ice.
Underway, Dave Dunwoody has the puck as the Ice Dogs have won it. To McGregor. Pass goes under the stick of Carini. Dunwoody now into the zone. Backhander is knocked down by Newcastle Northstars, and they've got a bit of a breakaway coming into the Ice Dogs zone. McGregor signals to his teammates to cover the inside man, which is Pat Naden. Naden now looking for the puck behind the net, and it's stopped by Curtis Skip. And Dave Dunwoody with a bit of extra follow-up against, Hamish Powell's taken exception. It was against Pat Naden originally. And everyone's picked up a dance partner. There's not much happening though.
Now, there's a few boys there have been playing against each other for many, 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 many years.
Back to the Nathan Walker years.
We're talking about peewees, bantams, midgets, East Coast, all the way through.
So Hamish Powell's late insertion into that melee has earned him a 2 minutes, and I'd say it'll be a coincidental penalty with Dave Dunwoody.
Yeah, we're running
which
4
is
and
fine.
4.
Which is fine. That's all fine.
Yep. Oh, look, I agree 100%, Peter, because 4 and 4 opens it up so much more, and I mean, there's so much offense on the Ice Dogs.
Are they going to be
this year.
coincidental there?
Well, he's called it 4 and 4.
Okay.
But when you look at the offense that the Northstars are throwing on the ice as well too, I mean, this is pretty outstanding. So we could have a great couple of minutes here.
We've got Bangor and Woodrick and Toulmin. We've got some great skill out there right now. Newcastle keep it in the zone. They've won the face-off, and Hacharik tries a wrap around, but he's going to have to leave it for Sammy Bangor in the corner to the point. Quick shot on net is a little wide from Malloy, and it touches the glove of Skip and heads wide. Kolajczyk moves around one player. Into the zone he goes. Been scoring a lot of goals for the Ice Dogs since he's joined the team. So the Ice Dogs lost a defenseman in Chioliti, but they've picked up the skills of Kolajczyk, who was just playing for Belgium in the World Championships. You would have seen him play, Steve.
I would have seen him play.
You would have seen him play. You would have seen Robert Malloy take him out. He hit him really hard and actually injured him for a couple of months, which is why he just came.
Oh, okay.
So if you remember that big hit of Bert
I do
Malloy's
remember
against
the big
Belgium,
hit you're talking
that was
about.
Kolajczyk,
Right.
number 77. Newcastle win the battle, and Reveille looking to hand it off. He's got Malloy in, and Malloy, it's under the stick. He had such a good opportunity there.
It was just bouncing on him, unfortunately. Great play by Reveille. They see that and make the play.
Yeah, right across in front of the goal mouth on the diagonal, so it was looking good. But not finished off, so 4:30 remaining in this first period, and we've got 47 seconds of these two penalties. Toulmin will carry it up the middle. He's going to hand it off to Woodrick. He'll try moving inside. Spins and shoots, and it's gone wide of Davis.
How hard was that shot with virtually no preparation? Just bang.
While it was spinning, yeah. He's got skills. Watch out, Rob Hazelhurst loves to score.
Oh,
Scores, yes! They all underestimate him, and Rob Hazelhurst jumps up on the ice in front of his girlfriend Katie.
Holy moly, what a play. And I mean, you could see that developing because Hazelhurst did it the other week when we went down here against the Thunder. Just came down that right side.
Oh, it's a D-man, don't worry about him. And he just keeps on putting the goals in.
Just right across Skip. It was just a really, really good play.
Just popped it 5-hole.
But speed is what does it. And Hazelhurst has so much speed. Also, he shot it in stride, so the goalie wasn't ready for it, and it came through. But I mean, how good for Katie to see him do that right in front of her.
She's right behind the goal.
Fantastic.
And he had to come by and bump the glass in front of it.
Of course.
So 2-goal lead now for the Northstars, 4:01 left in this first period. Still got 4-on-4, which is part of the reason it's nice and fast at the moment. My favourite type of hockey. Sam Lawson hands that off. Cross-ice pass for the Northstars, and as always Steve mentions, they're a dangerous thing, and the Ice Dogs nearly win it back. Carini will try to gather it in, but Newcastle trying to clear the zone.
5-on-5 again.
Back to full teams. Hamish Powell dumping in. He's going to pursue that puck. Wins it against McGregor, and Sam Lawson driving towards the net.
Sam Lawson looked up at the right time, I'll tell you. Then McGregor had him lined up beautifully.
Ice Dogs up the right wing. Loses it, gets it back to Cam Todd. Come over from the Bears. Shot to the screen, knocked down by Davis, is loose, and they score! Ice Dogs get a rebound through.
Yeah, Davis is not happy. I think there was some interference that was going on there.
Yeah, is definitely not happy with it, but I don't think it was that much to talk about.
Yeah, the goal counts. So again, that's what the Ice Dogs have been doing a lot tonight. They've been utilising that high slot area, and again, they got that. The goal was scored off a rebound, but Davis struggled so hard to take that. But I mean, it was that area in that high slot that they've had a few shots tonight. That one worked for them.
The initial shot was pretty high. He kind of gloved it down. It was a bit too bouncy. He couldn't bring it back in, and then there was bouncing around for people to take shots. Newcastle win the face-off. It's now a 2-1 lead for the Northstars after that Ice Dogs goal. And we're going to stop a play with 3:03 left in this first period. It's now a 2-1 lead on the Northstars. And Steve, as we talked about, I mentioned it early on, Ice Dogs have this ability to score after they've been scored on. They've proven me right.
Bang, straight back into it again, yes. Because they're such a good, gritty team. I mean, they don't give up. They're just in your face, in your face, in your face.
Well, that's a part of their personality, which I think we enjoy, and definitely makes them always a contender. Reveille will hand that puck across and into the zone comes Manwaring. No, Reveille has it now, pardon me.
Oh, yes.
Scores with a wraparound. Once again, Curtin Skip was not expecting that shot, and he's been caught out twice.
Well, again, there's no way he expected the wraparound. I mean, you got a defenseman coming down low. I mean, he would be expecting the puck to come out in front of the net. And just the gap was there, and just beautiful, beautiful play.
Well, who knows? Now, the Northstars are a team that scores after being scored on.
Absolutely.
So here we go, the replay. And just to catch Reveille there, just come around with the finishing off that wraparound.
Just so smooth on the ice.
Yep, just drove it in and got it between pads. 3-1 now the lead in only the first period. It's 2:44 left of that.
Well, we talked about a lot of offense that both these teams bring, and they're certainly seeing that now.
Well, we're seeing as many goals as, nearly as many goals. Well, yes, as many goals as we had the last game on Friday night. That's only first period. Because that last goal was only through a shootout. Malloy will unload that puck, and he gets it out to Harcharik, who fakes. Takes it into the corner. He's got some pressure though, lots of pressure from Kolozajczyk. And the Ice Dogs will get it out with thanks to Grant Toulmin. He's got one to get around.
Ooh, nice
hip
check.
I think it was, they scored again. Another one. So this is going crazy. Ice Dogs scored and make it 3-2 and keep in with one goal difference. Yeah, that's 4 goals.
It looked like that may have come off his skate. And I'm not sure if it was one of the North Stars skates that it came off. But it was very innocuous. It looked like the shot came from behind the net.
Yeah, it's Dane Davis there. Or maybe it's just gone in under Davis' paddle.
Yep.
Well, we expected an exciting game.
But that was so innocuous. There was no sort of, this is going to happen, this will be a goal. It was just a nothing play.
Yeah, and there's been quite a few for the North Stars. There's probably something they've got to tidy up on. Back underway, and Ice Dogs have the puck. Battle in the neutral zone for it, and it's into the Ice Dog zone, and Harcharik gets to it first. He banks it off the skates of Bangor, but it doesn't go in the right direction, and Lachlan Schumack will carry the puck to get it back to Marino. Thomas Manko, a long pass, and just swiped at by Kolozajczyk, and to Matt Lindsay playing defence for the North Stars. But Malloy can't get it out of the zone, and Ice Dogs will take a shot in close and a rebound off Dane Davis with that shot. Bangor gets it forward for the North Stars. Their breakout is being broken up. James Marino, they're having trouble.
Struggling.
He kept on losing it in his skates. Cam Todd now into the North Stars zone. He'll button hook. And we've got a opportunity here for, I think it's Marino, is it? Or is it Thomas Manko? No, it's Marino. North Stars driving it forward. Drive from Tosarik, and a save by Skip, and it's out of the zone into neutral ice.
That was
last
a bullet.
minute period. He can definitely send them.
Here we go.
Nice pass here to Lawson in close backhand, and he would so like to score. Poor old Sam Lawson hasn't scored since the 9th of May. He's been the most snake-bit player I've ever seen.
It was a good shot because the gap was there, but Quick just came over with his blocker just in time to be able to take that away from him. But it was the right play. It was definitely the right play.
Yeah, poor old Sam Lawson hasn't had a assist since early June, and actually it was 13th of May was his last goal, so he's definitely hurting right now. He's
unlucky, just so unlucky.
And the more you get like that, the more you get in the funk, the harder it is to get out.
Correct. Keep gripping your stick harder and harder, thinking it's going to come, it's going to come.
Yeah. Toulmin now for the Ice Dogs. He's been fine. He's been scoring heaps. And a chance for the Ice Dogs.
Wow, off
and
the
a big
post.
rebound off the post for Pat Naden to gather in. A long pass, and we're going crazy here. There's another opportunity for the North Stars. Deep in the Ice Dog zone is Tosarik, and he's taken down, and they'll need to clear the zone. He has to get it out of the zone before he can touch the puck. Pat Naden and Dunwoody. What Dunwoody wins that one? Oh, but with a penalty.
There might be an interference call on this.
So with 8 seconds and a bit, Dunwoody will head to the box, and we're going to have a power play for the North Stars.
Yeah, we got a boarding call on that play. I thought anything may be an interference, perhaps, because he changed his line to
he did.
Pat
He
Naden
definitely
out.
pulled out of that head quite a fair bit. Maybe not all the way, but no. I thought it was okay. I thought he was looking after Pat
Well,
Naden.
you're not calling the game, right?
I'm not, Stephen. I like to see more. In general, I like to see less penalties.
Yeah, of course. I fully understand it. I mean, I'm a great lover of 5-on-5 hockey.
Absolutely.
It's so
Especially when
exciting.
it's exciting like
this is brilliant. For entertainment value, it's brilliant.
Of course,
it might not be
yes,
great
yes.
as a coach.
Woodrick versus Hacharik to the right of Skip. Just 8 and a bit seconds left. Face off. Newcastle win it. To the point. Shot to a screen. It's loose and cleared by Munko. And it will just dribble out of the zone. But 2 seconds left. So Kolajeko, nothing more than a little backhand and a couple of players come together with a half-hearted check that end up getting caught amongst each other. But that's right. No one was hurt. No one was penalised. And we'll go to the break with a 3-2 lead for the Northstars. And wow, what an exciting period. Yeah, let me get you a chair, Stephen.
Thank you. That's very nice of you. Thank
what
you
an
so
exciting
much.
period for this AIHL game with the Northstars and the Ice Dogs. As usual, great game.
It's a great game, but I mean, we did not expect this. We did not expect to see this many goals scored in this game.
No, we didn't.
Now, both teams have great offense, but I mean, traditionally the games that have been played between them have been real great defensive battles because of the grittiness that both teams seem to have, you know, and the great goaltending as well too. But tonight, holy dooly, the pace is terrific. You know, when we've had 5-on-5, the transitions from offense to defense have been superb. So it really is a really good hockey game. It's very exciting.
Big smiles on Steve. We're really enjoying ourselves here tonight at Hunter Skating Stadium. So just to wrap up the first period, we've got 3-2 lead for the Northstars. So a couple of unexpected. We had 4 goals there in just a matter of 3 or 4 minutes of play. So the first one was Rob Hazelhurst. I didn't catch who got it for the Ice Dogs in that first one they got back. Sure. It was down the other end and a bit of a mix-up. And then we had Nick Reveille with a wraparound, and then the Ice Dogs one, which we weren't sure if it was probably a home goal or something. I think it was Grant Toulmin, off the stick of Toulmin.
Yep. I think Davis actually, again, a bit like quick down this end. He just skipped down this end, I should say. It just came between his legs. He just wasn't ready for it. You know?
Yeah, and there's a couple. Well, why not? If it's working for the other team,
Absolutely.
We'll try it too. So.
But Tasaric's goal was superb. The pressure that he put on Jonathan Root, who was doing a great job playing defense for that, all he wanted was the puck, and all he wanted to do was put it in the net, and that's exactly what he did. Yeah. That's the kind of desire you want in players. It's just fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Any standout players for you in that period, Steve?
I don't know if there's any standout players. I mean, I really thought that Woodrick would be someone who would really notice. I mean, Toulmin for the Dogs has been going up that ice quick. I mean, there's almost burn marks on the ice.
He often carries a puck for them, and he's very good at it. Yeah.
He does it very well. And of course, Bangor, I mean, you know, like every time he touches the puck, you're sort of expecting something to happen. Yeah. But Reveille's had a really good period. And how can you go past Hazelhurst? The way he just sprinted up that right side and then passed through Skip into the net, just shot it right across his body. It was just a great play. Just so reminiscent of 2 weeks ago when he did it against the Thunder.
Yes.
I think he's actually got that copyrighted. It's a great play. It's a great play.
I think he might have done last weekend as well when we played the ice. So one of the goals was his. So, yeah, he's just willing to rush in and take a shot. And, you know, as they all say, and you say yourself, Steve, you shoot, you score.
Absolutely. Never score from a pass, it's always a shot.
All right, well, we're just going to cross over to Ellie right now. She's got Northstars defensive coach Ray Sheffield over for a chat. We'll catch you here for the second period soon.
Hi everyone, Ellie here with Northstars coach Ray Sheffield. We've just finished the first period. The Northstars are leading 3-2. Ray, run us through that first period for you guys. It's a high-scoring first period, especially after Friday's game where the score ended up 3-2. What was going on in that first period?
Well, it was great to see the guys starting to bury some goals when they get the chances. So, that's what we wanted to do. There's a couple things we got to fix defensively, but it was a good period for us.
So, yeah, we scored goals, obviously. We're up 3-2. But the Ice Dogs have been coming back pretty quickly. We're in Marty's way. Coming back pretty quickly and getting that evening goal. What's happening there, just after you're scoring?
Well, the second goal that they scored was a little bit lucky. It went off a couple guys, so, I mean, you can't blame anybody on our team for those kind of goals, but, just a little bit loose. You got to come out there and kind of consolidate if you score a goal and not let them bounce back, get a little bit of momentum. So we got to work on that.
What will you be working on for period 2?
Probably just fixing the back check. We're a little bit loose on the back check and giving them opportunities, guys walking into the high slot. And so we got to get our guys back there and helping out our D.
Beautiful. Thanks so much, Ray.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to this Hunter Ice Skating Stadium AIHL game here. The Newcastle Northstars, after one period, leading the Sydney Ice Dogs 3-2. Very exciting first period, Steve. Lots of goals scored, which we like. Entertainment value is maximum at the moment.
Absolutely, and just talking to a few of the fans and the feedback, that they're loving the game. It's really, really good because it is end-to-end action when it's 5-on-5. It really is end-to-end action, and both teams are obviously doing their best to try and get 3 points from this because it means a lot. It really means a lot. If the Dogs get it, it puts a big gap between them and the North Stars. The North Stars get it, they leap up into second place, which is just phenomenal. So there's a lot ringing on this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Newcastle had it was only 2 games in a row they lost, but it looked like we were dropping down. We did drop down to 5th at one stage.
Yep.
It was only for in the middle of a weekend, and then with a couple of wins our ways, and then the Bears losing one and the Thunder losing one, suddenly we're back in the mix again. So, well, that is for a higher place than 3rd or 4th. So, yeah, position has improved a little bit. So we've got the players back on the ice. We're going to be back underway in a moment here for the second period. So just recap again. It's a 3-2 lead on this Canada Day game, with the North Stars leading the Ice Dogs by the 1 goal. So we've had 4 goals scored in a very short period back then in the first period. We'll see what the second has as the Ice Dogs win the face-off. And that's quickly dumped down ice because they are killing that penalty to Dave Dunwoody at the moment. Nick Reveille hits the legs of Jonathan Ruth and hits nearly the stick of Jonathan that time, and he's happy to...
Not quite sure what he was thinking.
No, let's give it back to him. He hasn't played for the team all year. So Billy Cliff will forecheck to keep things honest, and Joe Theriot will go get up the right wing. He's got Sammy Bangor with him, and Nick Reveille going to be at the top of the umbrella. But Malloy is the other defensive player. So we got a left and right combination on defence. Goes in close to Theriot, tries to finish it, but it's stopped by Skip.
Well set up by Bangor. He saw Theriot there. He knew where to put the puck.
Yeah, that's what he's bringing to this team. He's got the puck right now. He goes behind the net. He's looking for support. Try the other side. So North Stars got plenty of time. Still 50 seconds remaining in this power play. Dropped off for Reveille. Circling about. And Malloy has taken the top of the umbrella here. Back to Bangor behind the red line to Theriot at the top of the circle. Bangor, Newcastle being kept on the outside. Reveille sneaks in, and that's off a stick and out of the zone for Joe Theriot to pick up, and sends in Malloy. Half change by the North Stars. No, they didn't change. I thought a couple of players changed it. Just changing positions. Bangor with the puck in the circle. Tries a pass, maybe should have shot because that's gone off a stick and into the boards. Newcastle keep it alive. In close, and the Ice Dogs pick it up and they'll break out with this 3 seconds remaining in this power play. They're happy to let this penalty tick away, and Dave Dunwoody with the puck right now. Gets a hard hit there for his troubles from Liam Waring. It was Nick Reveille. So hard to tell Nick Reveille. Saved by Davis, the shot by Kolajczyk.
What I really liked about that play, Pete, was the way the North Stars cleared the puck away from Davis. And instead of Davis having to take 2 or 3 rebounds, they actually got rid of the puck quickly.
Which didn't happen before. Resulted in 1 goal, right? Toulmin drives the net, gets through a couple of players, but loses the puck. Will pick it up, but it's out of the zone, though. And Pat Naden will forecheck. Dave Dunwoody's shot. Malloy backhands and a save by Skip, but bounces out. He gathers it at 12:24 left in the second period.
I tell you, when Toulmin comes down the ice, it's sort of like the East Hemisphere and then goes to the West Hemisphere. I mean, he's so tall, and the way he can move the puck is just phenomenal. The way he went straight through the 2 defensemen there for the North Stars, Hazelhurst and Lindsay, but there was no need to panic or anything. The puck went into the corner. They were able to put him off his stride. But
he's their running back and their winger. He carries that puck up the ice for him.
Just so good.
Ice Dogs have the puck. Bounces off the skates there of Kolajczyk, and it's picked up by Cameron Todd. Ice Dogs are into the Newcastle zone. They're trying to set up, but some active sticks are keeping him on the outside. Cameron Todd in the corner, avoiding the check of Tim Stanger getting a shift. He's hit hard as he battles with Cameron Todd. Kolajczyk now. Watched by Hazelhurst. Good pressure from the Ice Dogs here. They haven't had a lot so far this second period. They're getting it now. That's bouncing up the stick of Manko, and a easy glove save for Davis. 11:40 left in the second.
There were some fantastic battles all over that. Then the North Stars have been starting to get much stronger defensively than what they showed in the first period, and a lot more wanting to get rid of the puck, taking away sticks, making sure that the Dogs weren't getting in there and getting good opportunities. This has really started well for the North Stars.
Back underway, and Newcastle win that face-off, and Shane Southwood carry it up the middle. He sends it to Liam Waring. He's going to go up the left wing and into the zone. He takes a shot from an acute angle, and it's stopped by Skip and his team. Puck is loose and slapped at by the North Stars, and it goes straight to Skip with a stopper play. 11:25 left in the first.
It's always smarter in hindsight. Now, Bettini probably should have hung on to that just for another half a second and would have had a better shot, because he had Southwood going to the net and could have got something on that. There's nothing wrong with the face-off. Gives an opportunity to set up now.
Face-off won by Newcastle, and a quick attempt on net, I should say. And that puck is sent down by the Ice Dogs. Hayden Sheard will be first to it, but he has Billy Cliff coming in with some speed. Cliff taken down by Sheard. Ruth now coming in as well. Matt Watini will win the battle and take it out of the zone. He gets the pass up the middle to Liam Waring. Waring into the Ice Dog zone. He'll unload that, and Shane Southwood pursuing. Joe Hartrick's out at the moment. Bouncing puck knocked down by Dave Ferrari. And Ice Dogs will be first to it. They've got numbers, so Hayden Sheard is calling out the far guy. Takes a shot and a save by Davis. That was Ruth with the shot. Tried the short side. Davis had him.
Davis gave him nothing. That was just perfect. Perfect goaltending. Took away the short slide, and he's a big guy anyway, Dane Davis, but took away the short side, and there was nothing across either, so really good goaltending.
It was good tactics by Hayden Sheard too. He called out to his man following to take out the guy after, because he's going to get a shot away on Davis, but I'll cover the pass, and that's what they did.
No, it was a good hockey play. All round, it's a good hockey play.
Toulmin gets it back to the point. Quick shot on through a screen, and a rebound off a stick goes just a little wide for Carini to pick up. Now it's Woodrick, 88. Gets it to Toulmin. Toulmin waits. He's going to go to the top, and he'll send it down to McGregor, who's at the red line. And that's probably out of the zone. Yes, it is. Fired back in by, I think, 14, Dunwoody, yep. But that was out of the zone, and the Ice Dogs back to their own end right now. Puck stolen by the North Stars. No, not quite. Ice Dogs have it, and they'll bring it forward, but the Ice Dogs lose it now to Reveille. Long pass goes over the stick of Malloy, and that's icing called on Newcastle with 9:47 remaining in the second period.
I love these stretch passes that the North Stars are trying to try and get something happening. Normally, it doesn't matter if they don't get it because they can beat the icing, but that just didn't quite happen for Malloy. Bert wasn't really going as hard as he could because he expected the puck to land on his stick, so it's a bit unlucky.
So I've seen there is a score update from Melbourne. The Mustangs are ahead 1-0 against the Bears. The other game we'll talk about in Adelaide, it's a bit interesting. Shot on net off the top bar by Marino and into the glass. Ice Dogs will retrieve it in their own end.
The defense is getting very active in these games. I mean, 2 goals by North Stars from the defense. And then Marino coming straight through.
Loose. Oh, rebound and chance for Cameron Todd, but picked up by Newcastle defence in time. Malloy gets a pass on the inside, but it's not cleanly taken by the North Stars. Charik will get it back now, but
think we're
it might be at the expense of a penalty.
I think it's Bert Malloy. No, it's Charik is going.
Yeah, he got the puck off. He won the puck after tripping the other player, I think. So, the other game in Adelaide. So, Perth yesterday hosted the Brave. They were to fly this morning from Perth to Adelaide, but the flight was cancelled. So, the games had to be. At first, they thought they'd have to cancel completely. They've had to reschedule it to 7 p.m. So, about the time, well, that'll be after we're done. That game will be underway in Adelaide. So that's 7 p.m. South Australian time. That's 7:30 here on the Eastern Seaboard.
Yep.
Cleared by Lehman Waring. That's a good way to kill a penalty. Ice Dogs now on the power play. They're going to bring it in. Carried by Toulmin. Always with speed. Kulajczyk to Dunwoody. And Toulmin again. Nice pass into the top of the circle, but they hand it off to Woodrick. He can't get the shot past Matt Lindsay. Toulmin down low. Lindsay will intercept. McGregor can't get it cleanly to Toulmin. Dunwoody under pressure. Shot on net. Attempted touch there by McGregor to redirect. Newcastle get that out of the zone, and Pat Naden will forecheck. They won't get an opportunity to change. 1:08 left in this penalty. And a big rebound off Davis, but cleared by the Newcastle Northstars, and foot race won there by Curtis Skip against Pat Naden. Matt Lindsay, though, gets that puck away to Hazelhurst. He's got a couple of big guys. He's got Woodrick and Toulmin coming in on him at the moment, which is pretty much 13 foot of hockey player. Newcastle touch a puck and the whistle is blown, so I'm assuming there's a penalty, another one being called on the North Stars.
I'm not sure what this is all about. It sounds like it's a bench minor. May have been words spoken from the North Stars bench that the referee has not been happy with. There's a little bit of confusion as to what's going on. But he certainly pointed to the North Stars bench and then pointed to the penalty box. So it's definitely a bench minor. Hamish Powell is going to serve it for the North Stars, so they'll be killing now for 2 minutes.
And it'll be a 5-on-3 for 44 seconds.
What I like, Peter, is that the coaches had so much confidence in putting Liam Manwaring and Pat Naden, 2 Australian boys, out there to kill the first part of this penalty. That's a great boost to both those kids, and they deserve it. They do really well at practice on that.
Ice Dogs win their face-off, which is what you want when you've got 2-man advantage. Dunwoody gets it across to Kolajczyk. To Toulmin, to Kolajczyk. Toulmin tries a far side. Woodrick on the far post, but they couldn't get it past Davis there. Woodrick now. Kolajczyk to Toulmin. Trying to hit Woodrick on the far side. It goes past him. Fakes. Toulmin with a shot. Saved by Davis. 11 seconds remain on 2-man advantage for the Ice Dogs.
Yeah, both those plays by Dane Davis. He was there, square, taking up the whole net, so there's no way the puck was going to come through there. Really, really good play. And again, it's good to see Pat Naden coming out here now on this 5-on-3. Great confidence in the young fella. Nick Reveille giving him a few words of encouragement.
He wins a face-off too, which is what you want. Malloy clears the puck. That was a nice face-off win too. Down to the last few seconds of this 5-on-3, so North Stars still will have a penalty to kill. They're still in a bit of danger here. And with plenty of speed, Kolajczyk into the zone. Deking back and forth, but Malloy can't clear it. He did take a swipe at it, but it's gone off McGregor into Davis for a stopper play, 7:04. And it's at 0 seconds on this this penalty.
It was good to see the North Stars then take away McGregor's stick. That was what they were really struggling with in the first period, is taking away the sticks of the Ice Dogs. So the Ice Dogs had those opportunities on the rebounds and that to really pressure Davis. So they've obviously changed their attitude totally in this period, which is great.
Face off, it's loose and picked up by the Ice Dogs. They still have a 1-man advantage for just over a minute right now from that bench penalty being served by Hamish Powell. Ice Dogs having to change up their power play. They've got a different unit out right now. Ruth, one of those. Gets it to Carini. Attempted slap shot by Cameron Todd is redirected well wide and into the corner, and Newcastle will clear with 36 seconds remaining of power play for the Ice Dogs. 6:30 left in the second period. It's a 3-2 lead still for the North Stars, and their goals scored this period so far. With speed, Carini. Hazelhurst tries to clear it. It's off a skate, but does get out eventually to Jonathan Ruth. Ice Dogs have the puck in Newcastle zone. They've got 14 seconds to work this power play. Off a skate. Manwaring will clear it.
Well done, Liam Manwaring.
And he'll go for a change, as does Pat Naden. Hazelhurst and Lindsay remain out on ice. Sam Lawson can't cut off the pass, so the Ice Dogs will bring him to the zone. Woodrick gets around one player. Can't get around Lindsay, but gets it out center to between the circles for Sam Lawson to pick it up, so Newcastle getting out of the zone. Toulmin knocks it down, and Ice Dogs will bring it back in after that Newcastle mistake. Sam Lawson gets a pass away to Hacharik. A chance here for Lawson. Out there with Powell. No, Powell's going for a change. Shot on net. Score!
What a shot.
Through the screen. And a beautiful setup by Hacharik.
And Nick Reveille, holy moly, he just blasted that. A bazooka.
He had it just, there was no, the release on that was so fast. It took everyone by surprise.
Just a great shot. Really good play. Really good play. The way it was set up, so he had that opportunity at that top of the slot area just to blast it in.
You see the pass, and yeah, one-timer, huge one-timer, gets past Curtis Skip.
Yep, he was there waiting.
Hard for anyone to stop with something with that much speed.
The bazooka was cocked and loaded.
4-2 lead now for the North Stars in the second period. It's 5:27 remaining in it. And we've seen the Ice Dogs come back after these goals so far. We'll see what they've got now. Malloy. Shot goes wide. Newcastle trying their luck again with a close one.
Ooh.
And that just gets past Billy Cliff. Paddy Ward now will get the puck. Can't pick out the number. He's not showing me his number. We're going to stop the play anyway. 5 minutes remaining in the second period.
Nick Reveille was just seeing if he could hide the puck up in the rafters, but there's no doubt that the North Stars have looked a lot better this period, Peter, than they did the first period. A lot stronger. The puck's definitely in the Dogs' end a lot more than it was in the first.
Kept out of the zone there by Paddy Ward. Sam Lawson will get it back. Nick Reveille. Nice pass. Just about connected with Richie Toulmin with a breakaway, but not quite. They're offside with 4:48.
I mean, as soon as that puck left his stick, it looked offside. So I think that was always going to come back. Toulmin just needed to move across the blue line rather than actually keep going straight. So, but again, it's that stretch. They're really throwing the puck down long tonight.
Well, he's got the accuracy with those passes to really kind of stir up the game of the Ice Dogs' defence. Toulmin gets a puck across to Naden's, got some traffic, can't get through it. Kept alive. Newcastle have the puck. They're setting up. Button hook by Lawson, gets it to Lindsay. Gets a quick snapshot away. To Sarik, down low. He's lost the puck to Manka. Going to get it back, perhaps. Got some help.
Oh, great play.
That's good support, supporting your teammate. Behind the net now, Newcastle trying to bring it up in front, and that's bounced off the boards, and the Ice Dogs will break it out. Got Newcastle changing, so they have an opportunity. Dropped off by Kolajczyk. Shot on net. Oh, and a rebound nearly went in off some players there. Cam Todd right on the doorstep. No, so far though, Cameron Todd looking to get one back. And then Kolajczyk in position there, trying to redirect on goal. The hitting continues. Just under 4 minutes remaining in this second period. It's loose. Kolajczyk's got to get around his teammates and some defence. Another acute angle shot on net goes past Davis and out of the zone for the Ice Dogs to collect.
Again, nothing for the Dogs because of the North Stars' defensive play by all five inside the zone there. There's no way they were going to let them get a shot away. That was really clever.
Ice Dogs get it. Toulmin quickly spins and into the zone. And that's through the skates of Hasselhoff. And Newcastle trying to bring it out. They've got Dunwoody under some pressure here. And the play's gone down. Dunwoody's gone down hard and awkwardly. He's getting back up though. Not very comfortable. There's no play around him, so I'm not sure how he ended up in that position.
Sam Bangor just sort of got his stick caught up in Dunwoody's legs and sort of twisted him around when he wasn't
that's what it looked like.
So,
it was through some sort of interference.
There wasn't much to it, but then hey, I wasn't the one that was twisted.
3:06 remaining in the second period. It's a 4-2 lead for the North Stars. Just the one goal this period, scored by the North Stars, and Dave Ferrari swipes their puck. It's gone off another person and out with 2:59 left in the second period.
Yeah, it's good to see young Sheard and Dave Ferrari out there as a defensive pair take some of the pressure off the other four defense that have been doing a lot of work on the penalty kill in particular this period.
End of the second period, it's a 1-0 lead for the Melbourne Mustangs. It's a live stream game just like ours tonight, so there's probably a few people watching that as well.
I really like that shot then from Toulmin. He just let it rip Davis again, though, just comfortable. I mean, the goals that have come in on Davis have been pretty unlucky, but they've been hard work by the Dogs.
It was like 2 rebounds. It was particularly unlucky, but yeah, that's how it happens. Dogs keep getting it in deep and throwing on net, so they're going to get luck. Woodrick trying to get around a couple of North Stars defenders, and it's taken out of the zone by Malloy with a burst of speed. Achari scooting down the ice to try and catch up. It's off and into the corner. Skipper's out of net, and Sammy Bangor got down low, but the Ice Dogs have picked it up. It's fast ice here in Newcastle, and it keeps moving. So Hacharik now is going to look for some support. He's got Malloy, and on the ice, Dave Ferrari's fallen over. Malloy hands off to Bangor, moves in. Nice move, tries a backhand through the falling skip has stopped the puck with 2:11 left in the second period.
And we've got a hooking penalty coming up. It looks like it's against Woodrick for the Ice Dogs. And again, that only happens because he didn't keep his feet moving, and the speed that the North Stars entered the zone put him under pressure, so hooking was always going to happen from that. But I really like the way that the North Stars allowed, as I said, Sheard and Ferrari out on the ice then against the Dogs' best line, and they did a great job. A couple of nice little poke checks there at the blue line, keep the pressure on the Dogs. It was really clever.
Well, Newcastle have had some battles. Some of their imports or top-line players haven't been able to produce their normal, but they've made up with it with secondary scoring this year and secondary penalty killing and special teams. So that's been a real strong point for them this year. That's why they're still in the race. To Matt Lindsay, fakes, waits, takes a shot, it's off a skate, and Toulmin looking to get it back. No, it's Ruth, Jonathan Ruth. Ice Dogs are offside, so there's another penalty.
No, that's offside call, and just linesman was saying that they didn't back off the pressure, so because of that.
Because there was also went across, and they didn't retreat out of the zone. Okay. 1:44 left in the second. There's 1:33 left in this penalty, so if it does expire, there'll only be 10 seconds of 5-on-5. Marino gets it back. Fired down ice, and Davis has to put the paddle out, but it's gone wide of the net for Matt Lindsay to pick up. Hazelhurst will carry the puck up ice. Pass across to Sam Lawson. Into the zone, up the left wing, takes a quick shot on net, and it's just wide, and into the corner for the Ice Dogs to retrieve. 1:21 left in the second. Jonathan Ruth has been a big player tonight, playing against his old team. Making some good plays tonight, been very involved.
I think I can help Lawson with his scoring. He's got to hit the net.
Yeah. And not the post. Shot and a save by Skip with 1:04 left in the second.
He's actually had a really, really good game tonight, Sam Lawson.
Yeah.
He's been involved in a lot of things. He just hasn't had a really great opportunity in front of the net, but certainly he's had his presence out on the ice. He's been with the puck, he's holding it a lot, setting other players up.
I've definitely said his name a lot, and that's usually just an indicator that he's being more involved, getting more constructive plays out. Oh, that's off the skate of Malloy, and Ice Dogs try and connect with a breakaway, but Newcastle get possession back, and into the zone goes Sammy Bangor. He spins about, has to get around Dave Dunwoody, and Richie Tesserick is down there with him. Newcastle carry the puck, trying to bring it out in front at the moment. Malloy is at the point, and a wrestling match going on. I think the Ice Dogs earned themselves they've earned themselves a penalty there, trying to tighten the player. So Reveille happy for them to stop the play with 30 and a half seconds remaining, and it's going to be a 5-on-3 for some time.
Yeah, very clever play from Reveille. Just give the puck back to the Dogs quickly so that they can touch it, so they get as much opportunity as they can on a 5-on-3.
With a face-off down low.
Absolutely, yep.
So if they win the face-off, they'll have a better opportunity, a two-man advantage.
It's just so exciting to see guys with high hockey IQ like that, so that they make little plays. They're only little things, but they make a big difference. So now they've got 19 seconds of 5-on-3, where it may have been 5 seconds or 6 seconds. So.
Yeah, definitely a clever player. He did very well for the Bears last year. I think he's doing even better this year for the North Stars. He's leading their scoring as a defenseman, which is very impressive. Played a bit of forward, but mostly defence. And that puck is thrown down ice by the Ice Dogs after winning that face-off against Sammy Bangor. Reveille will take the left wing option. He takes it himself. A bit of nice stick handling there. Gets to the Bangor, who's got run out of room though, so he's going to go behind the net. Loose in front, chance through the screen, and it's off a couple of players. It doesn't get past Skip. Down to the last 2 seconds. And that will see out the second period. Whew. Well, Steve, not as many goals as we had in that first period, but I think it was just as exciting that period.
Absolutely. It was very, very exciting, the whole period. I mean,
good tension, lots of end-to-end action.
Correct, and a lot of special teams play as well too. And both goaltenders have been very good that period, very, very good indeed. And that's why we only really saw the 1 goal scored. But certainly, if you're an ice hockey fan, you'd be loving this game. This is so good.
Yeah. So we've got 4-2 lead for the North Stars in the second period. Just they scored the only goal of the period. Yep. We talked about the goalies having great games. We've seen, I think Nick Reveille's got to be a highlight for the North Stars in this game. Yes. And Rob Hazelhurst again.
Yep. And
that's probably, I always say that those guys, those defensemen who can move the puck for you, are critical to success in the AIHL.
Absolutely.
And we're seeing that for the North Stars tonight.
Yeah, well, there's one play there towards the end where Lindsay had the puck behind the net, and you could see Hazelhurst from the other side saying, I want this, and he just round the net and up the ice so fast. It's just really exciting to see. But the real big difference for me is how the North Stars tightened up the defensive play. We actually had players taking away sticks. The forwards are coming back helping. That high slot area was taken away. I can't really remember a shot that was taken in that period from that area. So they've been very clever the way they've reset, and it's a credit to the coaches that they recognised that and made a subtle difference. So
that was Ray Sheffield's call that we heard at the end of that first period. That's what he wanted, and looks like the boys are executing as asked, which is what every coach dreams of. Isn't
absolutely.
Yeah.
Get someone to do what you want them to do.
Wow.
Nothing better than that.
Didn't think it. So in Melbourne, we have the Bears are visiting the Mustangs. Their Canada Day game, and 1-0 at the end of the second period. As I mentioned, the Adelaide and Brave game has been delayed till 7 o'clock Central Time, 7:30 Eastern Time. So that one might even be late enough for people in Canada to listen to. It won't be. It won't be for here in Australia, but some good AHL action going on. So.
It's going to be interesting to see the Mustangs. I mean, where they come from. I mean, the Ice have sort of struggled a lot this season. I mean, if they get a few wins in a row, they might start pushing that.
They've had the last 2 games.
They have. They might start pushing that sort of 4th place, 5th place. So at the moment, we definitely have 5 teams that are really struggling for that top 4. If we get 6 struggling for the top 4, I tell you, that's a pretty exciting league.
I definitely feel that the 2 Melbourne teams can both do it. They both have quality sides that can do that. But I think they've run out of time.
Yep, that's
they need to basically win up around 2.5 points per game. That's you've got to average at least almost halfway between a shoot edge win and a win every game.
Yep.
Basically, you lose 2 games in the rest of the season. That might be enough to not get you in.
Or the teams in front of you somehow start dropping by losing games a lot.
Yeah, that's right. We have seen things even out a little bit. Bears have lost one last night, and Perth Thunder lost to Canberra. So things haven't evened out, and there's definitely a group from 2 to 5 right now that are really close, and these 2 teams are 2 of those.
Well, the North Stars are looking good to get all 3 points from this game. I hope I haven't put the commentator mocker on them.
Yeah, you had to do it, Stephen.
I had to do it. But I mean, they grabbed us 3 points, as I said, puts them in second place, and that's a pretty good position to be in.
Yeah, well, it wasn't very long ago. We were in 5th, and some of the other teams were growing that we were already dropped out. But it's too early in the season to make those calls.
Absolutely. Anything can turn around. Get a goalie, sort of gets a bit of a hot run, a hot glove happening. A couple of forwards start putting in. We look at the Dogs. I mean, you've got Toulmin and Woodard both averaging over 2 points a game. That's pretty good offense in all seriousness.
Yeah. So at the end of the second period, the Newcastle Northstars 4 lead the Ice Dogs 2 at this Canada Day game. We're just going to throw over to Ellie. She's got that last goal scorer and a great one, Nick Reveille, with her right now.
Hi everyone, Ellie down in the North Stars bench. We're in the second intermission and the North Stars are up 4-2 over the Sydney Ice Dogs. I'm joined by Nick Reveille. Nick's scored 2 goals in this 4-2 game. How's it going, Nick?
It's going good, yeah, we're playing hard.
And you were just admiring the playlist, weren't you?
Yeah, I said I finally got some good music around here on Canada Day, so.
Hey, that's all you had to do, just Canada Day, good playlist.
That's it.
But let's talk about this game. How different is this game to Friday's game with the Sydney Ice Dogs?
I wouldn't say it's much different. I think we just capitalized on a few more chances. It's just as fast, just as hard fought. Two good teams out there working hard. So we just got to keep our foot on the gas and finish out this third.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk to us through that second period. What was going on out the ice there?
We had a strong first, and we've been kind of used to having at least one bad period a game, and we're trying to avoid that. So we talked about sticking to what we know and doing it hard, and just playing the same way for the whole game.
Yeah, and you guys seem really kind of amped up. You seem kind of loose and positive. Is that because you're up, or you're just feeling good today?
I think the boys are, we're starting to bond a lot more. We were close right from the start of the year, but we're about halfway through now. Guys are starting to know each other, starting to come out of their shells a bit. So everyone's just fired up to get out there and play with each other and work hard for each other, and hopefully get the 3 points.
You got 20 more minutes of hockey to go. Are you gonna change up what you've been doing, or is it been working? Just keep at it.
No, we're gonna stick to our game. We're not gonna worry about the score. We're gonna play hard, play blue collared, and just try to stick it out here for 20.
Beautiful. Thanks so much, Nick.
Hi everyone, and welcome back for this third and final period here at Hunro Skating Stadium. The Newcastle Northstars 4 leading the Sydney Ice Dogs 2 after these first two periods. It's Canada Day game here, Steve. Very exciting so far.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know. It's going to be hard for the Ice Dogs to come back. I mean, Dane Davis is playing huge in the North Stars net tonight. He's been squared everything. It's been giving them nothing really to shoot at. The North Stars defensively have taken away that high slot area and also the rebound areas that they were struggling a bit with in the first period. It's going to be very, very difficult for the Dogs to crack through this, which is obviously, as a North Star supporter, yay!
Yeah. That personally just makes me nervous.
Yes.
Because if a team can do that, I think it would be the Ice Dogs. They have that in their, it's right down to their bones.
Well, as we said before, they have so much offense with Woodrick and Toulmin. I mean, they're good players. So
yeah, well, they lost something in Nathan Chioliti, who was like Nick Reveille, great move at the park. But they've picked up College Ajak, who's a bit of a star with the park, especially up front. Although he's been working high man a lot, especially that power play. We saw him do a fair bit of that.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously he feels comfortable with the puck on his stick. He's been doing that really, really well. Yeah. But obviously the Dogs would like to see him put it in the net. That would be what they
certainly would. Yeah, that would make Fridge much happier. Coach for the Ice Dogs. So we've just had the insane play of the game, which is one of the local sponsor-run competitions here. We've got a winner. As Dane Davis has won the big check. He'll be off to the big check bank with his face on that $50 giant. Well, it's not a check; it's a $50 note.
Correct. Did he vote for himself?
Yeah, he has to put it in the Bank of Dane.
The Bank of Dane.
But we're about to get underway here for the third and final period. We'll see what happens. At the moment, as we're saying, it's a 4-2 lead for the North Stars.
This is going to be a beauty, Peter.
Rick West has the puck, so we're working a four-man system tonight. And Newcastle win that face-off. They have a penalty at the a power play at the moment. A penalty kill for the Dogs.
Yes.
And Joe Theriot has the puck. They're working this power play, and they've got a Marino's knocked a man down, and he's drawn another penalty.
Yeah.
So a 5-on-3 coming up for the North Stars.
James Marino's a little bit unlucky on that one. I mean, you see that play happen all the time where they're trying to box guys out, keep them out of that area in front of the net.
Just timing is off, eh?
Yeah, just a little bit. Probably got a little bit high on the stick, so and that's probably why the referee called it, I would suggest.
It was a pretty easy call. So a cross-check called on Marino. It's another 5-on-3 for the North Stars, and that makes it much tougher for the Ice Dogs, especially should the North Stars score. So they're working this power play. Reveille with the puck, takes a shot through the screen, and it just misses, and retrieved by Malloy on this fresh ice. Reveille gets it back to Bangor. Tries to get it across to Theriot. It's off the stick of McGregor, though. And Malloy fakes to Reveille. He waits. You got Theriot working a screen. Shot on net. Big one by Malloy, and it's loose. And rebound picked up. Malloy can't keep it in the zone. Jonathan Ruth playing the penalty kill right there. And Newcastle will bring it back in. Theriot waits, fakes. Attempt to redirect, and a great save by Skip the last minute there. Nearly redirected on net by Theriot.
Well, there's one thing that he is. He's extremely quick across the crease. And I've noticed that a few times tonight on some of the saves that he's made. It's very, very clever on that Skip.
Joe Theriot didn't see Geordie Woodrick sneaking up behind him there, and Woodrick stole the puck and sent it back down to the North Stars end because they've only got a few seconds left to kill the 5-on-3. And a stopper play.
That was very, very clever by Thomas Manko. Again, we talk hockey IQ. He realised that was going to be icing, and he made sure that he didn't actually come hard at the puck straight at it. He came at a slight angle.
Gave it enough time.
Gave enough time to get over the line.
Get the icing called.
He called icing. Very
clever.
So
1 second left in the 5-on-3, and then the Ice Dogs will have a one-man disadvantage. But they get a shot, they score! Huge shot right off the face-off. And
Toulmin.
Shorthanded, Toulmin gets one off the face-off. Bam.
I mean, there's just no... Poor old Dane Davis has had no chance on that. It was such a quick win there by Geordie Woodrick to get it back to Toulmin. I mean, those two have been just absolute danger for the Ice Dogs all season, so I'm not surprised to see that happen. But we did talk before about how much offense the Ice Dogs do have, and they're the two that bring that offense.
Yeah,
Woodrick
you
and
can't get a
Toulmin.
better example. Win the face-off and score a goal immediately from that face-off. Newcastle win this one. Hazelhurst with the puck. Pat Naden into the Ice Dogs zone. Working this power play, second unit. Manwaring close in. Nearly gets a one pass skip, but kept outside, and that's out of the zone for Matt Lindsay to retrieve. Sam Lawson out on the second unit. And Toulmin forechecking against him. Hazelhurst, long pass, and bouncing off the boards, and Ice Dogs get to it first. A little messy. Newcastle retrieve Lawson, but now it's Kolajczyk with the puck. He'll fire it down on Davis, who makes the stop, but it's a good penalty kill for the Ice Dogs, and they've not only killed 3 or 4 in a row, they've actually scored a goal. Marino gets a touch on the puck as he leaves the penalty box, and the Ice Dogs sorting out their breakout. Naden first to the puck, though. He's going to keep it in the Ice Dogs zone. He's still got Sam Lawson with him. And the puck spins like a spinning top and goes to Kolajczyk, who's going to carry it into the North Star zone. Fires on net, doesn't get it past the defenseman, Rob Hazelhurst. And Hazelhurst gets it away. Newcastle go up the middle. Bangor hands it off. He's got Hazelhurst with him. Malloy runs into Kolajczyk on the way through. And Ice Dogs try to carry out the zone, but they're broken up by the North Stars. Still have a 1-goal lead. But Ice Dogs coming back hard. Quick shot on net. And a stop by Skip. And another. As Bangor comes in for the rebound. Pressure kept on here on the Ice Dogs. Newcastle aren't looking that smooth, but they've got it where it counts. They're keeping the Ice Dogs under pressure, and that's off a stick, off Curtis Skip, and into the netting for a stop of play.
He should be playing in the World Cup. That was just a wonderful header. He knew that where that was coming, and he just tilted up into the up in the netting. That was clever. But certainly the North Stars had lots of pressure on Pete during that opportunity there. Unfortunately, they had a shorthand goal scored against them, but they just didn't seem to have enough shooting for my liking. They had plenty of time with the puck. Just a few more shots would have helped a lot.
It could be a 2-minute penalty on the Ice Dogs. That was out on the full.
I think it came off one of the North Stars, perhaps.
I don't know. I thought the player was alone there when he touched it, but that doesn't look like one's going to be called. Stop of play then. So it's out into the Ice Dogs bench, and 16:23 left in the game. It's a 4-3 lead for the North Stars at this point. Just a 1-goal scored this period by the Ice Dogs. That's cut off by the stick of Kolajczyk. And he doesn't quite connect to Toulmin, thanks to a North Star stick. Kolajczyk again. To Marino. To McGregor. McGregor tries to hit Kolajczyk, heading up the left wing now. Ice Dogs try to bring it inside, but the North Stars defence has been doing really well, especially the second and third period. And keeping the Ice Dogs on the outside. Loose and picked up by Bangor. He's got some numbers. He's on the rush. With him is Malloy. Hands up to Harcharik though. Going the other way, and Harcharik's shot is into the roofing for a stop of play.
Yeah, good defensive play there by McGregor. I mean, if you have your stick on the puck, if someone's going to shoot, it's going to go up into the stands. There's no doubt about that. It's a very, very clever defensive play. I love, again, the way Bangor came down, saw it's 3-on-2, get the puck out wide so they can set up and get some sort of shot going. Unfortunately, the opportunity is passed now, but we got the face-off to the right of Skip.
Change of lines, and Watini takes the face-off. He just lost that to Thomas Manko right now. And now Carini will take it up the left wing for the Ice Dogs, looking inside. And Cameron Todd can't grab that one as he comes through. The deep in North Stars zone. Hard hit down low there by Ferrari. Puck is loose for Carini to pick up. And he's pursued by Southwood. And now Ferrari will cut him off. Ice Dogs try to bring it in front. But not allowed by the defence of the North Stars in red tonight. Down to 15 minutes remaining. Ice Dogs down behind by one, but you think this game could go either way at this point. Matwatini into the zone. He'll dump and change, as does, not just so far, the one man, Sam Lawson out there for the forecheck now. Cameron Todd can't get it through into the North Star zone, and Theriot can't carry it through to Ice Dogs players. Watch out, Rob Hazelhurst with the puck, takes a shot, and Curtis Skip with a stop this time. Dunwoody will skate onto that puck. No, it's gone to Matt Lindsay off the boards. And he'll hand it off to his D man. Not quite. Kolodziejczyk's down there alone. Setting up. Shoots, scores! Always those defensive errors can get you undone, Steve. And Ice Dogs level it up.
Yeah, Matt Lindsay would certainly like that back again. Unfortunately, trying to set up a play with Rob Hazelhurst. And the communication obviously wasn't strong. And that led to that. And of course, the dog just jumped on it straight away. Because this line is going to do that to you. Toulmin, Woodrick. I mean,
they're out there a lot. Kolodziejczyk, Toulmin, and Woodrick, 77, 66, and 88. So 14-18 left in this third period. Ice Dogs have come back with 2 goals. One short-handed and that one just then off a North Stars error.
Yeah, it's a clever move here to call the timeout, just to sort of reset the North Stars, because those 2 goals have really swung the momentum of the game. So they really need to now reset, get their lines back together, and make sure they're matching what the Dogs are sending at them. Certainly, Coach Petrie for the Dogs knows when he should be sending his lines out, and that's pretty much every shift.
Yeah, we're seeing a fair bit of these guys, shortening the bench a little bit at the moment of the Ice Dogs, and it's working for them. Sometimes it's what you need. Toulmin go to the left wing. Doesn't quite get around Theriot. He's cut him off. Stolen the puck away, so Theriot will take it up his right wing. Looking inside. He's got some help. Reveille with a shot and a save by Skip with the blocker. Pat Nain is the other man down low. Now Sam Lawson out with Toulmin, but it's going to be McGregor carrying the puck forward for the Ice Dogs. They'll take a shot and a save by Davis. 13:47 left in the third.
Skip's very much impressed me with 2 things tonight. The way he moves across the crease from side to side. He gets there very, very quickly. And also his blocker side has been very strong. There's been a couple of opportunities tonight where I thought the puck was in the net, but he's been able to flash that blocker and get it there. He hasn't been so strong on his catching hand, but that blocker side has been really good for him.
Face off and Newcastle will win it in their own zone. Moving it forward, they're going to take the left wing option. Into the zone goes Hacharik. He's waiting for support. Bangor through a screen, takes a shot, and the rebound goes to Turner. So Ice Dogs will bring it out of their zone. A close call for the Ice Dogs. But now they've got some pace going forward, and Jonathan Ruth beaten to the puck though. Into the corner, Ruth will get it back. He's got Billy Cliff calling for it. Puck stolen by the North Stars, and they've got some numbers going forward with some speed. Hacharik. String to the net is Malloy. Hacharik waits. Takes it down deep, gets a rough ride from Mataki. Malloy will take that puck, get it to the point. Lindsay through a screen, hits Stevenson's skate, and Billy Cliff looking to get it out of the Ice Dogs zone. Battle for the puck. Ice Dogs keep trying to get it back and then keep on winning it. Alex Stevenson now can't get it away, and the Newcastle Northstars hold the puck behind the net. And both teams looking to change a bit. North Stars, Lehman Waring touches it, gets it into the Ice Dog zone.
Well, the North Stars haven't shortened their bench yet. They're still running all 3 lines at the moment.
And this is the third line out there right now. Falling hard to the ice there. Was that Reveille, I think? He's up and okay. At least seems to be. I think that would have hurt. I could feel the ice. I can feel it thump from here.
Jeez, you can just feel the enthusiasm out in the ice from the Ice Dogs. I mean, they've tied the game, and they believe the momentum's with them, so they want to see another one go in and put themselves in place in front of the North Stars on the scoreboard. But really, the North Stars, it'd be interesting to see whether they do actually shorten their bench as well, too, so they can get more goals happening.
Ice Dogs, so for me, the North Stars have the puck after that face-off. Going to chip it in, and it's going to be Southwood chasing it against Marino. Marino gets the puck first, a good burst of speed to get out of his zone. Carries it himself, driving towards the net, but the puck stick checked away Northstars got the right wing. Lawson looking inside, takes the shot, goes past Skip and out of the zone. Paddy Ward with the puck.
Oh, well
Cut
read.
off by Toulmin. And fortunately some quick Northstars break it up, but a shot through a screen and a save by Davis, and the rebound goes behind. Smothered puck here, I think. It's a dog pile in front of the net.
Gee whiz. We had a cross-checking call made earlier in this period, and boy, oh boy.
You're saying this one outranked it?
I mean, Paddy Ward just got absolutely nailed by Toulmin in front of the net, and there's no call on that. Obviously, it wasn't as obvious as the one we saw down here.
Yeah, it's a matter of what's seen. We are playing a four-man system tonight. I haven't seen that in Newcastle for a long time, so Rick West and Darren Hardy-Hawkins, two guys wearing the stripes tonight, and two linesmen. So
and certainly very experienced referees as well too. They've both been doing the AIHL for a number of years now. So it's a good initiative to actually see them both out there.
And we've got two young linesmen getting a good start here, getting plenty of games. To the blue line, kept in, but that's stolen by the Northstars, and into the zone is Richard Tesserick.
Ooh.
Goes down, loose in front, and Pat Naden can't bury it. Manko's going to try and pull his head off. Could Skip gets out of the mess.
Yeah, Richard Tesserick just having a bit of a question to the referee as to why that wasn't tripping when he went around. And I'm not sure why it wasn't either. It must have been just the angle that it was viewed at.
I think they're moving the play out of the zone because David Ferrari came down to chat with Dave Dunwoody.
Yep, correct.
So 4-all, 11:08 left in the game. And Rick West has called out one of the players.
This will be a good shift, Peter. First line.
Scrambled face-off. Newcastle do kind of win it. It's bouncing around at the moment, and now it's finally into the ice-stock zone. Gregor's pass is cut off by Bangor, and he falls. Malloy with a quick shot and a save by Skip, and Bangor back up on his feet, but it's too late.
Two great hockey skills there from both Bangor and Malloy then, just knocking that puck out of the air and keeping the pressure on the Ice Dogs down in the zone. And certainly their import line wouldn't be enjoying that at all. They want to play offense, they don't want to play defense. Great hockey skill.
Face off. Ring a win for the Northstars. Bangor gets it to the point for Hazelhurst. He'll fire around the boards, and Malloy is there to cut it off, but first to it is Hacharik with one hand. Shot to the screen. Bangor tries a redirect. Tries again with a rebound, and it's loose Malloy to the other side. And Toulmin picks it up between the circles and skates it to safety for the Ice Dogs. They're under a lot of pressure there. Hazelhurst down deep. Steals the puck from Toulmin. And fired down ice, and that'll be icing and caught on Northstars. So with 10:22 left, 4-all in the third period.
Yeah, I think Joe Hacharik thought Malloy was further down the ice than that, so he could throw it down and maybe try and beat the icing call, but I think the boys are a little bit tired. I mean, a lot of forecheck, a lot of pressure they've done down here on the Ice Dogs end.
The Ice Dogs did change their lines. Northstars have not, so they'll be looking to get some fresh legs. They've been out there for a while. Off a stick and stopped by Davis as it rebounds back to Northstars end. They're happy to have a pause as they change. Tesserick skates onto the puck, sends it off the boards, and Sam Lawson will pursue in the corner. He'll tag Manko on his way through. Gets the puck back through bash of legs. Can't get control of the puck, and it's gonna be Lee Turner. No, it's loose and picked up by the Northstars. Now we've got Manko with the puck down low. Pat Naden chases the Fox from the hole. Alex Stevenson to Billy Cliff, and they get it out of the zone and in deep into Newcastle's end for an icing call. 9:30 left in the game.
This is going to be a huge face-off. The Northstars have thrown their first line out again. They want this win. They want to keep the pressure on the Dogs here and try and get another opportunity with Reveille and also Paddy Ward on defense. They have a lot of offense on the ice right now. And well won.
Newcastle have it. That's what you don't want, though, is that puck eludes Nick Reveille and they're out of the zone. They'll need to get back on side. Chipped in, and Newcastle will pursue it into the corner. Hacharik. Alex Stevenson behind, but Hacharik wins the puck. To Malloy. Bangor. And the stream of players going through that blue paint right next to Skip, looking for opportunities. Off the skates, Toulmin will get it from his own skates, and Lee Turner will take it up the right wing. Looks inside, he's going to take it himself, drive towards the net, and a save by Davison is smothered with 8:53 left in the game.
Yeah, the North Stars needed this face-off. The line's looking a little bit tired then, having to continually battle down in that zone. So an opportunity now to change the defense, win the face-off, and go 200 feet.
Fridge might get his wish at the way things are going. 2-0, the Mustangs are up in Melbourne against the Bears. So that probably works out best for the North Stars. Shot on net is kept behind the net, and the Ice Dogs are setting up. It's 5-on-5 though, and that pass is cut off by the defender, and Malloy will bring it forward.
That's
Toulmin,
lost it.
Toulmin wins the puck, but he's offside, so stop a play. 8:31 left.
Fortuitous for the North Stars that happened, that the offside came, because Toulmin was coming with speed, and both defense have been caught flat-footed on that, so thank you to the linesman, he said.
Hi to all the Canadian fans and families and friends watching. Hi to Patsy Ann. Joe is watching right now. Newcastle breaking out their own zone. Matt Watini will skate onto it. He'll take it up his left wing. He'll chip it in and chase. And Richie Tasarik driving hard to the net. Skip out of his net to play it. Southwood clears himself from Marino. And Newcastle, Southwood gets a touch. Marino under some pressure. And he gets the puck away though. And it's into neutral ice to be picked up by Lindsay. Cleared now by McGregor, and Newcastle need to bring it back on side. They do now. Hazelwood fakes and clears the puck. And down low, Pat Naden versus McGregor. Ice Dogs win that battle. Newcastle keep it on in their zone, and chance for Naden shot, and a save by Skip. It's loose though. 3 Ice Dogs to retrieve the puck. It's under Kolajaychik, and they get it from the zone, so a bit of relief from Ice Dogs. Play broke down there a little bit, and some sticks there between Tesserick and Dunwoody. Known each other a long time. Daniel Pataki. Richie Tesserick wasn't going to miss a chance to tag Dunwoody as he went through for a chip check.
Oh, nice play.
Chance here for Lawson. Shot!
Yes, he got it.
Scores! How good would that feel for Sam Lawson? First goal in nearly 2 months.
Moly.
And he wired it home through Curtis Skip to get the 5-4 lead.
And what makes that goal even better is that he said, I'm going to score, I'm coming down, you get ready, I'm winding up, there you what, here it comes, boom, in the net. What a shot, what a great play.
Well, hopefully that breaks the seal for him, because he's been as snake bit as any player I've seen for a long time.
What I love, mate, is he shot 300 mil off the ice. To me, that's the perfect height to be shooting off the ice, just over the goalie's pad, underneath the blocker. It was just a really good shot.
Sweet relief for Lawson. There's pressure on the Ice Dogs. They've got 7:04 to get one back.
You can feel the tension go out of the building, Peter.
Yeah. Feel the tension come out of me. I apologise in advance. Shot on net goes behind Davis, and the Ice Dogs quickly on the attack, as they always do. This is why they're always contenders, always dangerous. Immediately back on the attack. Cameron Todd working with Thomas Manko, and Manko will retrieve the puck. He's going to get an opportunity. Takes a shot through a screen, a save by Davis, and that's cleared by the defence of the corner. Malloy to it. Gets a nice pass to Bangor here. Watch out. This man can shoot. He deals, goes inside, and lost her handle, and Curtis Skip will cover up. And Bangor wasn't happy with that.
Just so unlucky. He just looked up just for that quarter of a second as he hit it over a little bit of snow, so it bounced off his stick, and he lost it just when he was about ready to rip it. So very, very, very unlucky. but every time he touches the puck, Sam Bangor, you sort of hear, what's going to happen now? What's going to happen now?
Well, he had a great opportunity then. And that one didn't work out for him, but he's still getting his feet. He's only returned to the ice. This is only his 4th game after 2 months off. Chance in close, and a save by Skip. And Ice Dogs under some pressure here. Woodrick takes a hard hit from old teammate Malloy. And Ice Dogs quickly with some pressure in front, but that's knocked away by the North Stars. Malloy's tired though. Has he got enough? He's taking in deep. He's got a couple of guys get away, and he can't get it through. Skip McGregor all over him, doing a great job on D.
McGregor did do a great job then. He's not really known as being fleet of foot, but he did that well.
He tried hard. He definitely was in there. Kept in by Manco pinching in. And the Ice Dogs definitely pulling out all stops now. Maximum energy here. Newcastle get out of the zone. And the pass to Tesserick goes under him. They've got the danger line out there. Woodrick, Toulmin, and Kolajczyk. Sam Lawson will send it deep for Naden. In close, Tesserick saved by Skip. No, is it a goal? It's been waved off. No.
It looked like it hit the crossbar and came down. So I think that's a good call by our referee there, Darren Hawkins. He was right there on the spot.
He was at a good angle. We're going to go with his assessment of it. So we've got 5:14 remaining in this third period. Now it's a North Stars lead 5-4. Nick Reveille with a sneaky move on Ruth. You can see the grin on his face. He just pulled his helmet down over his eye a little bit. It was a veteran move.
Yeah, he enjoys his hockey.
Jonathan Ruth not giving up though. He gets a hit on Paddy Ward down deep. Billy Cliff shakes off a check, and we got 4:52 left in the third period. 5 for the lead for the North Stars.
Pace of the game hasn't slowed down at all, Peter. It's still going really, really quick, and it's good to see for the fans that they stayed at 5-on-5, because that's really where all the action's going to be, and the speed's going to come.
Now the Mustangs have just sealed the game in Melbourne. They've scored an empty netter, so they're up 3-0. So we expect that game has gone to the Mustangs, which works for the North Stars right now, battling for a more secure position in this year's final. The lob pass, doesn't make it through, and Ice Dogs get an opportunity here. Just firing shots on net from the tops of the circles here at the moment. So far without success. Kept it at the blue line, but it's gone to Malloy, and he's going to get a pass away to Bangor. Bangor inside, back to Malloy. Malloy to Bangor. Shoots, saved by Skip, and a beauty.
That's what I'm saying. He comes across that crease so
Beautiful
fast.
Beautiful lateral movement, yeah. Not really tall, but often those shorter guys, well, he's not that short, he's kind of medium height. But yeah, beautiful lateral movement.
So fast. Unbelievable. Just obviously has great edges on his skates, so he can push and get across as quickly as he does. So now this will be interesting.
So we've got 4:15 left in this game. Still just a 1-goal lead for the North Stars. It's been tight throughout, except for a 2-goal lead, and that didn't last a long time.
Dogs have thrown their first line out against the North Stars' third line.
And third line are doing okay. Lindsay gets it to Hazelhurst. He'll throw it in deep, and North Stars are changing. Shane Southwood down deep on Pataki. Manwaring breaking up the play a bit, but Ice Dogs have got some speed, and Toulmin carries it as he usually does into the North Star zone. Fires on net, but it's turned aside by defenders and into the corner. Oh, close. Someone's taken one in the face. That was Hazelhurst.
Yeah.
And he's checking for blood. It wasn't seen, so there's been no hits, and Manwaring's gone after one of the players, I think, involved. It might have been Pataki. No penalties either side, though, so Hazelhurst still holding his face. I think he might be bleeding.
Yeah, he's checking teeth. He's doing all sorts of things at the moment, so it must have been a pretty hard hit. And he's asking questions of the linesman. He said he's hurt, so he's asking permission to leave the ice. and has been given so.
I didn't see that one if it was a stick, or I assume it was a stick or a shoulder or something. Play resumes, and that puck is loose and down to the Ice Dogs zone for James Marino to pick up. He waits, now he'll pass to McGregor. Ice Dogs will take the right wing option. Toulmin usually carrying the puck. Fired down ice for Jody Woodrick, but that's icing with 3:01 left in this game.
That was definitely a Hail Mary, and let's see what happens from that. But and Woodrick used his speed to try and get there, but he's just not quick enough.
Yeah. A little too much praying there from Toulmin. Face off, won by the North Stars.
Oh, good play, Pat Naden.
Into the corner. He's got to deal with McGregor and Toulmin and Kolajczyk. In the far corner, Richie Tesserick loses that to Kolajczyk. Woodrick passes it to a North Stars player who's happy to send it back in deep. Yeah. And they've ruled he was behind the red line, I think.
It was only just.
Yeah,
but
Paddy Ward. Yeah, I agree. I think he thought he was still hurt, but just had crept over it as he went back. So icing called now on the North Stars. Ice Dogs can change. 2:42 left.
And Richard Tesserick asking the ref if the rule had changed at any time. It hasn't.
No. To the blue line, kept in by the Ice Dogs, Manko. And Tesserick gets a stick on that, and it's out of play. And now Newcastle can change. And they get last change too. So we've got Malloy, Bangor, and Hacharik on. This line's getting some chemistry now, Steve.
Yes, very exciting watching them out there.
Pataki with a one-timer. Can't get it on target, and Ice Dogs can't keep it in the Newcastle zone. Carini carries the puck. Probably one of the great future prospects for Australia. That's Carini.
Yeah, Coach Petrie will be looking to pull the goalie at some stage for sure, with only 2 minutes to go.
Still to go. Ice Dogs get it deep in the North Stars zone. But Newcastle have done really well at boxing them out. If they get behind the net, they're not getting in front. Race to the puck. And is that called an icing? I thought with the foot race they weren't going to call that.
Yeah, they called it icing. Cameron Todd and Reveille just having a bit of a conversation about the late hit on Reveille down the other end by Cameron Todd. Interesting, the goaltender stays, Skip stays. Obviously, Petrie's going to try one more time here with his first line and see if they can put it in the net.
We've done it off the face-off before, but Newcastle won that one. Paddy Ward will get it to Bangor, and he'll take the left wing option. Fires it on net, bouncing a bit, and Skip can't control it, but James Marino's there to mop up. McGregor send it up to Woodrick, and to Kolajczyk at the far side. Naden gets to the puck first. Lindsay turns it over. Toulmin to McGregor, and his shot is off a skate and into the corner. Down to 1 minute 16, so time running out for the Ice Dogs. They only got to get one though. And that's out of the zone and into neutral ice, so Ice Dogs backing up. So we've got to keep an eye on Curtis Skip here because we're taking down the last minute.
He's looking at the bench.
He's looking for the bench for the signal.
Here he comes.
And here he comes. So empty net for the Ice Dogs. Newcastle see it. They've got the puck. They've got the opportunity here. Richie Tesserick's got a spate. He's passed it off. Pat Naden off the post. Daniel Pataki gets it to Toulmin. Another chance for the Ice Dogs. 35 seconds. Into the corner it goes. Ice Dogs with 6 skaters on. No one in goal. That's loose, and Newcastle first to it. Richie Tesserick again. And that's going to be icing called on the North Stars. They're tired, but they've only going to have to play for another 15.7 seconds.
This will certainly sit well with Coach Petrie now, because the icing keeps the North Stars on the ice.
It's called a timeout.
It's called a timeout. So
which will rest the North Stars, but does give him the opportunity to get organised.
Absolutely. And this line for the Dogs has been on a lot. So there's no doubt that they're very, very, very tired. And when we're talking about 15 seconds, it's going to be what they did before. Win the face-off, bang the shot. Win the face-off, bang the shot. That's all they can do.
They're pretty good at that.
Well, they showed that before, yes, absolutely.
That's, when they get the puck and they get it bouncing around, they're getting those rebounds, they just keep firing on net, like pinball.
Well, that's where the North Stars have done a really good job from the second and the third period, is taking away those rebounds that they really allowed in the first period. And also the high slot area as well too. Again, unlucky on that face-off that they lost, and Toulmin was able to blast the puck into the net. But a great face-off win by Joshy Woodrick to get it to him, you know. That was when they were short-handed, 5-on-3 short-handed, and managed to pop that puck. But I think the North Stars are fully aware they're going to try exactly the same thing that they did before. It wouldn't surprise me this time if they
put a human wall up.
Well,
I'm expecting the human wall.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Great atmosphere here. We got this face-off. Could be the last one. 15.7 seconds remaining. Ice Dogs are down by 1. They've got an empty net. Face-off. Chip forward by Hazelhurst. Newcastle can't control it. Ice Dogs have got 9 seconds to work, but it's in neutral ice and they run out of time.
Oop, here we go.
Chance for the North Stars to put it away. Richie finishing himself. 6-4. With 1.1 second remaining, we'll just have a ceremonial face-off at this point. It's going to be a win for the North Stars.
Look, that's so good. I mean, Pat Naden, after he had the opportunity to score on the open net before and then voiced a couple of words that you could tell he wasn't happy about the fact that he missed.
I think he said, I missed.
Yes, and then to be there right when Richard Tasarik scored that time would be a great relief for him.
Well, the North Stars are missing Zane Jones tonight, but they've done fine without him. So it's a great testament to their depth, which they're finally starting to, utilise. They're trying to start to realise.
Yeah.
And they win the face-off, and the time ticks down. So a 6-4 win in the end for the North Stars. The last goal being empty net, and a great battle here against this Sydney Ice Dogs team, who have been fancied as a real cup contender this year. Hopefully that means that the North Stars are also going to be cup contenders, Steve. Too early to talk? Too early to say?
No, because I loved the way both teams played tonight. There was so much exciting action that happened out there. There's so many really pretty plays, but the structure that both teams used to put pressure on each team's defense was fantastic. It was really good. Speed. You can't beat speed.
Speed kills.
No, absolutely. And when you're showing the speed those guys had with the offense that both of them had, it was going to always be a great game. It was always going to be a great game. And I won't say at all that the North Stars were lucky. They really worked very, very hard for this win, and they deserve it. Puts them in second place. How good's that?
Yes, it does, because the Bears lost. Was jumped over the Ice Dogs and the Thunder.
Yep.
I think we played more games than some of the Ice Dogs, definitely.
Yep.
But points that you have are better than points that you don't.
Correct, exactly right. You can always bank the points you got.
That's what counts in the end.
So it was a great game. It really was a good game. Very, very clever, the North Stars, the way they changed their defensive pattern for the second and third period, and that really took away a lot of the opportunities. Sure, the Dogs got 2 goals in that third period to make it 4-4, and again, that was because they wanted it. They wanted to score, and they worked really, really hard to get them. But again, great tenacious play from the North Stars to win.
And we saw some more spreading of those goals too. Richard Tasarik, Sam Lawson, some of the guys who hadn't. We've had, I'm sure Pat Naden picked up some assists. So we've seen some scoring and great penalty killing too from players right throughout, which has really helped the North Stars this season. And I think that's a difference maker.
And how good was Rob Hazelhurst's goal? I mean, just a class act. Great speed, great player. Plays defence brilliantly, plays offence brilliantly. No wonder he won Defender of the Year last year. So,
Yeah, so as we've mentioned in Melbourne, the Mustangs won their game 3-0 after empty netter against the Bears. Bears had been threatening to take over the North Stars spot in finals contention. I think they still are a good threat. They're a good team this year.
They're a good team this year.
And but we've definitely seen improvement from the North Stars in the last couple of weeks, and maybe like the game we missed last week with Melbourne Ice. Melbourne Ice were really the better team for a lot of it, but Newcastle struggled through and won. But this one tonight, I think Northstars probably, Ice Dogs were in it all the way through, but as you mentioned, they just had some quality of play that got them through in the end.
Oh, it's a great game, mate. So much excitement in the offense from both teams. It really was end to end. Again, just talking to the fans, they loved it. Absolutely loved it. The people in the building loved the fact that Northstars won even more.
Yeah,
but as entertainment, it was a sensational
It's
game.
the best atmosphere we've had all year. This game
Fantastic.
tonight with the Canada Day theme and the music, and Greg had permission to turn up the volume after Gary was down at the Ice Hockey Classic last night. So that's made a difference. It's really livened the place up. So next weekend, the Northstars have a double-header here at home. So on Saturday night, you're going to have an all-women commentary team. So we're going to have Alyssa and Lucy taking over because you and I are both away.
Correct.
And you're back on Sunday with Lucy to carry out the Sunday game where we have Melbourne Ice, I think it is. Adelaide or Ice, which one?
Peter, no one's going to take your shoes, buddy. You are the man. You are the man.
I'm the furniture here, mate. So that's an exciting one. The Ice Dogs have one of the teams playing us. I think it's Melbourne Ice is playing the Ice Dogs. I think it was on the Sunday, so that means we've got Ice on Saturday, Adelaide on Sunday. Great to see that game go ahead tonight in Adelaide after that flight cancellation. So that won't even started yet. That's still over an hour away till that one starts. And we'll see what happens with that one. This one probably doesn't factor in much. Adelaide are out of contention at this point.
Absolutely.
Except for something miraculous, and Brave are almost already sealed into the final. So, but this is a big game in Adelaide. Just they had a sellout, their first full sellout of the season. And this is the Canada theme. They're getting some really good coverage down there, so well done to them.
Absolutely.
All these teams have been getting on board and making a lot of it.
When you're not having a great season, it's always hard to keep everyone enthused and want to be involved. And to their credit, that organisation has done it, so well done. It's
I hope they really emphasise how strong the Adelaide youth is in their team. Through the retirements that they've had, they haven't really had a choice. They've had to bring in their young guys in early. But there are some guys already well-blooded. Ryan Fall comes to mind.
Yep, Zach Boyle, Remy McGuinness, Marcel McGuinness. They've just got so many good players.
Some future Aussie stars.
Absolutely.
They're really going to bring that team forward. So, to wrap up, so we've had a 4-2 win for the Newcastle Northstars tonight against the Sydney Ice Dog.
6-4.
It was 6-4. End of second period was 4-2.
Correct.
Empty net goal to wrap that one up, and that puts Newcastle Northstars in second place. So from Steve and I tonight, thank you for watching. Happy Canada Day, happy Independence Day this week, and we'll catch you at our next game. Thanks for now.
Hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Northstars Live. We're in the post-game show now. We just had the thrilling finish here with the Sydney Ice Dogs and the Newcastle Northstars. It was the Northstars that took out the win 6-4. Gav, how was about that game?
Yeah, it was a fantastic game. As you said, not to go to a shootout. We finally got an outright win. After Friday's game.
Yep.
But yeah, it's very exciting. Like when Sam Lawson scored that game-winning goal.
Yep. And then Richie Tasarik putting on that 6 extra goal, just empty netter, just icing on the cake.
That's right. They had 2 chances at it. Paddy Naden had an empty net. Tasarik passed it over to him, and Paddy hit the post.
Yeah, hit the post.
Just to make it exciting. So.
Absolutely. So yeah, we just have a. Sorry. Start that again. Yeah, so we're in the post-game show now. We're going to have a couple of chats with the coaches. Fridge is here, Andrew Petrie, and we'll also chat with, I believe, Joe Theriot and a couple of, players and just have a bit of a chat. But just as we were just saying, Gav and I, that it came to a 6-4 win for the Newcastle Northstars, a regulation win. This was the final game we'll play against the Sydney Ice Dogs. This was the 4th game. Our last 3 games have gone to a shootout. The Northstars won 2, the Ice Dogs won 1, and today, take it out, take the 3 points. And now we'll be joined by Andrew Fridge Petrie, coach of the Sydney Ice Dogs. Hey Fridge, how's it going?
Hey Leah, how are you?
I'm good.
How do you sit?
Yeah, you've got the swiveler. You just foot down and off we go. So again, obviously not the result you wanted tonight. What went wrong for you guys? Or what didn't quite go to plan?
I'm not sure how much I can say without risking a suspension. Look, one of the most difficult aspects of the league for me is how all of the teams around the country put in so much time and effort to improve what they're doing. I mean, look at what you guys are doing, and teams' budgets get bigger. We've got more people looking for sponsorship. We're bringing more money into the game. We're bringing more fans into the game. The standard of play is getting better. Absolutely every aspect of the game improves except one. And people make fun of me for yelling and getting frustrated on the bench during games, but honestly, it is the single biggest challenge for this league to raise the standard in the area that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And tonight, it killed the game. It absolutely destroyed the first period and killed a game. And any momentum that could be gained or built from effort from the players was just, decimated very, very quickly. So I'm sure I'm skirting with getting in trouble here, so I'll wait for the next question.
We'll move on. What were some positives from tonight's game for you guys?
I thought our effort again was really good. I thought the boys put in a really good shift. It's not even Friday night. We had lots and lots of open nets and scrambles in front of the net, and for some reason, the puck sometimes just inches away all the time, and it kind of felt like that kind of a weekend for us. Which is not to take anything away from Newcastle. I mean, those guys battled hard on Friday night and played really well again tonight. And, I just wish the teams were left to decide the outcomes of the games. I really do. It's frustrating beyond description.
Yeah. So this was the 4th game between the Northstars and the Sydney Ice Dogs. We won't see you guys again until maybe the finals, if we meet again in the finals. But yeah, from 4 games, 3 went to a shootout. What does that say to you?
It says to me the teams everything else being equal, our teams are reasonably even.
Yeah.
And I think having coached the Northstars the last 3 years and now working with the Dogs again, there's a lot of similarities. And there's some differences that tend to cancel each other out when we play against each other. They say in the UFC that styles make fights. I think our styles are destined to nullify each other to quite an extent.
Yeah, absolutely. So just run us through the game from your perspective. Were you quite happy with your aspects? Were you performing to the game plan? Did you go out there and do some of what you wanted to do?
We spent a lot of time working on how we were going to play against the Northstars 5-on-5, and we think that again, with respect, we think 5-on-5 we match up against them really well, but when we're being refereed at a standard that's under 12s, it's just, you can't, as I said earlier, you just can't build any momentum when you're constantly being sent to the box for these absurd infractions that, this is the highest level of hockey we have available to us in this country. It's time we started refereeing it that way. It's really getting out of hand and stifling the progress of the league.
Yeah. Were any key players for you tonight? Any standouts from your guys?
I thought all 3 of our imports played really well. I thought Thomas Manko had a fantastic game at the back end, same with Shannon McGregor. We've built a shutdown line, and they've been performing really, really well for us game in and game out. And tonight that was Lee Turner with Billy Cliff and Jonathan Ruth, ex-North Star player. But those guys did a really good job of putting a lot of pressure on whoever they were out against. I think there weren't any bad performances, and that's what you want. You build a three-line hockey club and you want everyone to play well, and I think for the most part our guys did.
Yeah, you guys are having a really great season. You're sitting third on the table. I'm not sure what tonight's result does, but yeah, so you've been up there third on the table. Walk us through your season. Are you quite happy with where you are, or room for improvement?
There's always room for improvement. There's always things you can work on, and one of the challenges we have at the Ice Dogs is we share the rink with the Bears, and we don't get 2 full practices every week, so it's 2 one week and 1 the next. Again, that brings some challenges in terms of bedding down systems and making sure everyone's comfortable playing with each other. But we've got a great locker room, extremely tight group of guys, and the imports have all fitted in really well. And I think that's going to bode well for us over a 28-game season. We find ourselves in a little bit of a rough patch results-wise. Some of it's our own doing, and I won't go down the same track again.
So it really does speak to the strength of your team then, if you don't get 2 full practices each week and still coming out and performing so well.
It's a great group and they're all focused, and we had a playbook at the start of the year. Everyone understands what's required of them in given situations. I can't ask for more. I think everyone's giving me everything they've got. I know that the rest of the staff around the committee, myself and my coaching staff and the guys who come and help at the rink, everyone's giving everything they can, and I think as long as you put in a full shift and really try hard for each other, then wherever you end up you have to be happy with.
Yeah, absolutely. Alrighty, Fridge, thank you so much for chatting with us, and we'll let you get back to it.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, you too, Fridge. See you later. Well, that was Andrew Petrie, coach of the Sydney Ice Dogs. The Ice Dogs, unfortunately, weren't successful tonight in Newcastle, going home with a loss. 6-4 result there, and we're going to get Northstars coach Joe Theriot on now. He's just having a quick off-air chat with Fridge. Here comes Joey now. Hey Joe, how's it going?
Yeah, pretty good.
That's great.
Pretty good.
So you wanted those 3 points, you got them.
Yeah, we got the 3 points. That's huge for us. Jumps up to second place. Dogs a point behind us, game in hand. We're really happy with the outcome, especially for the full weekend. So we'll take 5 out of 6, no problem this weekend.
Yeah.
And plus, on top of that, we take the series for them, which is huge too, especially going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
That's something we've been talking about. You have played your 4 games against the Ice Dogs now. 3 of those went to a shootout. Tonight was the decider. You've won those three out of 4 games. Walk us through the series. Was there any drastic changes or in the style of games, or it was the same game? You just go into each looking at different aspects. Walk us through the series.
Well, the very first game we had against them, obviously we were short 5-6 guys.
That was the very first game of the season.
And the commitments and whatnot. Lawson only played half the game that game, and then game 4 we had more guys coming back, but not fully back, up at home. So then with Charlie in there, so we took that, and then obviously Friday with the shootout winner down there, which was huge going into the weekend. Then taking today, so everybody knew we needed to get the 3 points, and it was nothing short of that. So it was great team effort, great team win today.
So with the Ice Hockey Classic in Sydney on the Saturday, the game that you would have scheduled on the Saturday with the Ice Dogs was moved to Friday night. So you had a breather in between there. Do you think that helps at all, or it was just just another day?
I think it's just another day, but it's also great for guys to get a day rest. Yeah. It's not so much that we play a massive physical game where guys are battered and bruised and stuff like that, but it's good reflection time. It's good guys to get a breath, get a good sleep in, get another sleep in, because we got late. Coming back on Friday night, I think we rolled into the rink here about 1:30. So getting back late, it'd be almost like doing the Canberra on a Saturday and playing back there on Sunday. So having a day rest has worked out really well for the guys, and you can tell.
So run us through today's game. You guys came out firing from the very first period. It was a relatively high-scoring game considering the previous ones. Like 3-2, 4-3 shootout results. Yeah. What was it about today?
Well, on Friday we came out really flat. We just chalked it up to being a Friday night. It's pretty late.
After a day of work, sort of thing as well.
Work, taking the bus there. You're warming up at 7:30, and we didn't get off the ice until shortly after 10. So guys are just knackered, and guys are like, oh, well, it is what it is. we knew we had to pick it up right from the get-go here. We had to set precedence, and we got a huge following, obviously, with the fans, and the fans are here to watch Northstars win.
Yeah.
So, and that's what we did. We knew we had to play a full 50 again and go hard, and we needed to set precedence and what we wanted to do. So, and we did that in the first. A couple goals in there. Reveille just doing what Reveille does. Flooding the neutral zone, flooding the defensive zone, and making them shoot outside. Obviously, they had a couple wraparounds, a couple costly errors that we just basically gave them 2 goals.
Yeah.
But outside that, we played a full game, and everybody from top to bottom, so it was pretty good.
We did have a really great game. It's great to see Richie with 2 goals there, and Sam Lawson with his first as well.
Oh, it's Lawson's second.
It is his second, was it? Oh, I believed it was his first.
No.
But yeah, so it's still a really great performance from him. And yeah, Richie with he's kind of a finisher this weekend. Just those last sort of goals, icing on the cake.
Like I said before, I put Richie at 20 points this year, and he's not letting me down. So yeah, that'll be that's my mark on it. So and Richie he's just a hard worker. He goes to the net, drives to the net, does whatever he has to do, and he's not selfish. And we saw that exactly. He was going in and open net, pass over to Patty Nathan, and. I think the sun got in Patty's eyes. At that minute,
he's just dinged off.
Yeah, the sun got in his eyes there. So they, but no, and that goes to show you what kind of player Richie is. He's looking out for his teammates and everything like that. So, and then he bounced back, and maybe Patty just wasn't in the right position when he went to pass the next time, so he just shot on net.
Yeah,
obviously after the goal. So, Richie, like I said, Richie's Syracuse pickup complements that line really well. So,
were there any other standout players to you tonight?
We're not a team of individuals. Everybody played hard. Yeah. Racking up points, and everybody contributes. Watini did really well in the face-offs, and that line did really well. Hamo stepped up when he had to, and he doesn't back down. Timmy Stanger steps up when he has to, and everybody plays really well. So I don't believe there's one standout. From top to bottom, everybody stood out for us.
Beautiful. And now it's hit the reset button and look ahead to next weekend, which is a doubleheader at home.
Yeah, doubleheader at home. I think we got Melbourne Ice back in town with Adelaide. So it'll be the same thing. Maybe adjust a couple fine-tuning things, have a couple of rest, a little bit of rest, maybe a cup of tea, and we'll get going. Yeah,
beautiful. Alrighty, well, we'll let you go, Joe, and
Perfect.
Thank you so much for chatting with us.
Awesome, thanks as always.
Okay. That was Northstars coach Joe Theriot just having a bit of a chat with us about today's game, and we're actually going to be joined by Sydney Ice Dogs import Grant Toulmin. Hey Grant, how's it going?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. How was that game for you?
A little frustrating, to say the least. I don't know, it's always a good battle against Newcastle. We've had some really good games all season so far, and I was one we didn't want to drop, so it was frustrating.
Yeah, absolutely. So you played 2 games this weekend, both against the Northstars. That was shootout loss on the Friday night down at your rink at Macquarie, and then a regulation loss here. Yep. How's it been, playing the Northstars this season? Because this is actually your 3rd season with the Sydney Ice Dogs, so you'd be quite accustomed to, playing this team, which is typically a rivalry sort of matchup.
Absolutely. I love coming here to play. We always have good games all 3 seasons now that I've played here. I mean, this season especially, that the first 3 games go to shootout, that never happens in a series. So that was pretty cool, and we knew it was going to be a good one. And I mean, when we tied it up with about 10 minutes left, we were all looking on the bench like, all right, it's a shootout game again. So that's kind of why it hurt a little bit more. But every time we play Northstars, it's always a heated one, always fun, and especially on Canada Day, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, so today's Canada Day. Yep. You're Canadian.
I am Canadian.
Yes. What does that, playing on Canada Day mean? Like, is it a little bit extra special, seeing the Canadian anthem out there as well?
Absolutely. I mean, anytime you get to start a game with a Canadian anthem, it's going to be a good game. Canada Day is a little bit different back home. It's kind of like your Australia Day. We celebrate it a bit. Yeah. So I know all the Canadians, all the expats I know all around here, they definitely had fun today. It was a full, long day for them. So, but I mean, the Canadian anthem, seeing all the jerseys around, all that, it's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a little more special.
A little bit, extra energy into today's game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, this is your 3rd year coming out here. What is it about Australia or the AIHL that you love?
I love this place. I mean, what's not to love? The first 2 years, I was laughing all the way through the winter because I'd be walking around in shorts and a t-shirt still sweating. Now this is the 3rd year I've climatized.
Oh, no.
I got extra blankets at night, so now maybe the novelty's wearing off in the winter a little bit. But, we live on the beaches in Sydney there, and, it's just beautiful, awesome country. Love the people, love the guys on the team. League's a lot of fun. Good way to see the country and doing it all as well. And And yeah, I'm locked in. I think I'm Australian now.
You become one of those Can Aussies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful. And so, yeah, talk us through being on this team this year, this Sydney Ice Dogs team. You guys are doing really well. I think you have just dropped down from third, maybe to fourth. I'm not too sure on the how it works out at the moment. But yeah, you guys are going really well this season. What is it about this year's team?
You know what? It's been a nice progression for me. The first year, the year before I got here was a really tough year for the Ice Dogs. They had all sorts of issues and whatnot. And then the following season we came in and a little bit better. We didn't pick up too many wins, but you can kind of see things going in the right direction. The young guys were stepping up, playing well. And then last year we're about half and half, definitely getting better. And then this year it's just kind of coming to a head, and everything's firing. We got Fridge behind the bench, and he's doing an awesome job keeping us in line. And just, the younger guys, a couple years older and playing well, and we got the good imports this year. Everything's just kind of coming together nicely.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, we'll let you go, Grant, and get, showered and all changed and stuff, but thank you for joining us and having a chat.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
No worries. Catch you later.
Bye.
Well, that was Grant Toulmin from the Sydney Ice Dogs, a Canadian import, just having a bit of a chat about today's game. We're going to have a chat with Northstars captain Rob Malloy now. Yeah, just have a bit of a chat with him about today's game and how's it going. Hey Bert, how's it going?
Very well. What's going on?
No, I'm good. How was today's game? You got that regulation win.
Yeah, finally. Going into the third, up by 2. No way we should have made that a game. If we have a 5-on-3 to start that period, we need to bury there, and we gave up a 2-goal lead, but Sam Lawson came up huge, and we got a big 3 points, so it's a good swing for us.
So you guys were up 4-2 going into that third, but the Ice Dogs were able to get 2 goals and come back and level the game. What kind of happened there? What sort of fell apart, or what didn't go to plan?
That first goal, 5-on-3 in our own zone, I think it was an icing or something, and good face-off win by then, good shot by Toulmin, and it is what it is, but we stayed resilient. Again, Sam Lawson, we needed that. We needed him in a big time, and everybody's really happy for him.
Yeah.
So.
And then you had Richie come in and sort of put the icing on the cake at the end.
Yeah,
there.
we had a couple opportunities. We had a couple opportunities to go up by 2, and we need to find a way to put a team away. I don't think we've had a real blowout win yet this year, and we're keeping it interesting for the fans, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Just taking him for a nice ride.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So you moved from defence to forward, and now you're on a line with Joe and Sammy. Yeah. Talk us through that. How's that for you?
Yeah, it's good. Played forward at Worlds, so it's nothing
nothing
foreign
new for
to
you.
me.
Yeah.
Playing with them is real easy. Play really well off the puck. I can kind of go in, win a battle, win the puck, and get it to them, and they can do the rest. So it's been a pretty good element. I think we're meshing well. We're quite compatible, and hopefully it's just the beginning.
Yeah. So I believe you guys are now, with the results, moved up to second place, I believe. Yeah. But yeah, so are you looking at that, or are you just taking it game by game?
Yeah, game by game. Anything can happen. We just need to solidify top 4.
Yeah.
I don't want it to come down to the last weekend where we're fighting for a spot.
Yeah.
I want to get up and not look back and hit our stride, really. I've said it before, I'll say it again. We have a lot more left to give.
Yeah.
We're not hitting on all cylinders. We'll get everybody back. We'll get our lines meshing. And, I think we're a force to be reckoned with, especially with this playoff format. Again, we got to make it there first, but anything can happen in that weekend, so it doesn't matter where you are. Hope for a bit of puck luck and hope the hockey guys be with you.
Yeah. What do you think it is that you guys might need to really lift consistency, or play a game at a high gear that you can? Is there anything in particular? Is this?
Yeah, well, you know what? I'll take it personally. If I score, we'll win. If we can get secondary scoring from myself or Sam Lawson or odd team man or third line, we can be effective. I think the guys are playing well, but we can certainly produce a bit more. So I'll take it on a personal level. I got to be better, and if I score, we win.
Yeah, absolutely. Great. Well, we're going to 2 more games, a doubleheader next weekend here. I believe it's the last doubleheader at home against Adelaide and Melbourne Ice. What are you looking forward to in those games, Bert?
Looking forward to Saturday.
Yep.
Not thinking about Sunday at this point. We win 3 on Saturday. We win 3 on Sunday. One game at a time. I know it's cliche, but it's a big weekend for us. These are must-win games. Again, quite cliche, but these are games that we have to win.
Yeah. Is it really important to you to be in that Final 4 at the end of the season after missing out last year?
Yeah, that was the first time in my 7 or 8 year AIHL career that I didn't make the playoffs. So I was a bit salty about that, and I was confident coming into this year. On paper, we have an awesome team. So
yeah,
I miss it, and we'll be back.
Yeah, beautiful. Alrighty, Bert. Well, we'll let you get back into the change room. Thanks so much.
Hi, Ma.
Shout out to his mum. Alrighty, we're going to have another guest. We're going to have Sam Lawson with our goal number 5 scorer tonight. We're having a chat with Sam last week, and he was saying he wanted to get the monkey off the bat. So we're going to find out what it was that led to his goal today. Hey, Sam.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Well, I can hear you really good.
Yeah, you can hear me this time. Last time you couldn't hear me. You scored tonight. Yeah. We were talking last week. You said literally you wanted to get the monkey off your back, and you did.
Oh yeah.
How does it feel?
Threw it right off.
Just threw it right off.
Buried my head and just shot as hard as I could.
Yeah. Well, Bert was just saying that. Yeah, you came up really huge for the team. And, obviously it's a team effort. There was guys helping you, but yeah, you managed to come up big and get that extra goal, take you to 5-4, and Richie put the icing on the cake there. But they got the win. How's it feel?
It feels so good. It's hard when you make mistakes in the game.
Yeah.
The last couple have taken some bad penalties and put the team down. Luckily, we got a great team and we came together and still pulled out a win on Friday. And so today to be able to contribute feels damn good.
Yeah. So you've now played 4 games against the Sydney Ice Dogs. It's the only team you have played 4 games against now. That's a full 4. What's your impressions of the Sydney Ice Dogs?
Yeah, good team. I think they're very well coached. I know Fridge was our old coach here, so I know he knows how to run some systems and knows the league well. He's been here for a long time, so it shows they're a competitive team. But yeah, glad we put him in our place.
Yeah, getting a win over a team that was on top of the ladder over you, it's a pretty good confidence booster as well. Is that right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially we were real tight with them.
Yep.
And still are, and probably will be until the end of the season. So, it feels good right now, but it's always a quick turnaround.
Yes.
Next weekend, doubleheader again.
Yep.
I think we got
Adelaide
Melbourne team and Adelaide.
Melbourne Ice,
So, we'll have to get back at it. Hockey players have short memories.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, like they say, anything can happen in hockey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a fast game.
Absolutely.
So run us through the game from your perspective out there. Was there, any highlights or lowlights, something the team might need to work on before next weekend, or just fix minor errors?
Yeah, I think just odd man rushes were a big one tonight.
Yeah.
I think having a third guy high, Joey's been on us and worked on it in practice with our odd man rushes and just being smart with our forecheck and having that third guy high. So that's just our biggest glaring weakness in our team right now. So, but that's not that hard to tidy up. It's just a focus thing, and I know we got the capability to do it. It's not too much to ask. So I'm feeling confident about it.
Oh, beautiful. Alrighty, Sam, we'll leave you to it. Go have a shower and head off to the pub.
Great, thanks, Ellie.
Thanks so much. That was Sam Lawson for the Newcastle Northstars. He was, came out big for the Northstars in the final game there. He got a goal, 5-4, took it to 5-4. And now we're joined by Luke Worthington. Luke is actually a behind-the-scenes man for Sydney Ice Dogs, commentator, social media man. We're going to have a chat with you all about that.
Awesome.
So Luke, how long have you been with the league for, the Ice Dogs?
So I started out in 2014. I found the Thunder in Perth, so I'm from Perth. So I found the Perth Thunder after going to the USA Canada Ice Hockey Classic game. So I actually flew over here to Sydney, and they announced that there were the Bears and the Ice Dogs. So I thought, well, there must be a Perth team. Went to a couple of games at the end of the year, and then started working for them 2015. Did a bit of social media commentary when we started up the stream, and then moved over to Sydney last year. Approached the Ice Dogs and got on board with them.
Beautiful. So you set up audio streaming for the Ice Dogs.
I'm sorry?
You set up audio streaming for the Ice Dogs.
So funny story. I got here to Sydney. The season started. Approached the Ice Dogs. They said get in contact with Jason Juba, who was the general manager at the time. Got his number. I called him up and I said, look, I want to stream for you guys. He said, that'd be fantastic, just a radio stream. I said, no worries. Within a day, pinged him for $800 worth of gear. Managed to turn it around. Called him on a Friday. We had the stream set up on that Saturday.
That's a really quick turnaround.
Pretty lucky, yeah. Got it all
he wasn't too shocked by the bill. Okay,
he must have had a client lunch and had a couple of beers in him.
why did you want to start the stream? What do you think the benefits are for, access to a stream for fans who can't get to the rink?
Well, it's that exactly. It's keeping them in contact with the game while they're away. There's the argument that if there's a stream, people will want to stay home, which I completely disagree with. I think if there's a stream, people are more inclined to come to the game because they know what they're missing out when they're not there, and then it doesn't feel the same as being at the live hockey game. And then when they're not there, it like I said, keeps them in contact with them, and I think that the cycle keeps going from there.
Absolutely. I think, most teams now understand, maybe the importance of streaming. There was some trepidation there about, if we're streaming, people aren't going to come to games. But, I think a lot of people are starting, not seeing that. Lots of people are coming to the games. And, we've got a lot of people from around the world that are tuning in, finding out about the league. And, some people are stumbling across, these streams that are being shared around and saying, oh, there's hockey. I didn't know there was hockey in Australia. And, finding out through that, listening to a couple of games and heading along.
Yeah, exactly. And, for you guys, you're on YouTube. Someone stumbles across the stream. They can actually see it right in front of them. So it's not like the radio stream where it's just, it could be any radio stream. So we're sort of working towards that. But when they can actually see, what's in front of them, see the product, it's sort of like try before you buy. I guess in a sense, like see if you like it, and then come down and maybe buy a ticket.
Is there plans for the Ice Dogs maybe to go video next season, or something you might be hopefully looking at?
I guess I'm a commentator, so I don't have the context to be able to set it up myself. So if you're in Sydney and you're a streaming person, come and approach us. But I think that's something that we're definitely aiming towards. I know there's a few people around the club who want to do that.
And I know, skilled volunteers is what every league needs. We've been able to do North Stars Live because of the skilled people bring to the team. So, and you're obviously a skilled, volunteer yourself, bringing what you have to the league because, obviously you're an ice hockey fan.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess that's what gets everyone into it. And you guys are so lucky here to have the resources available. Such an amazing production team. Michael's such a good director, manages to steer the ship, and then the amount of people that you have come in, and we're the same at the Ice Dogs. It's just finding people with a very particular set of skills to be able to broadcast an ice hockey game, and I guess that's why you only see 3 teams do it at the moment. Yeah,
absolutely. And I think people get a little bit worried too, like, I love the game, but I can't do that. So, it's a bit of. We threw Mickey in before with the pre-game. She hadn't done it before. She was like, oh no, what should I do? I'm like, nah, sit in the chair, just talk. From your perspective, how are the Ice Dogs going this season?
Really good. 2015 it went off the rails a bit. I think everyone knows that. And then you saw from 2016 they got Jason Juba on board, and he was able to sort of put a plan in place where he got everyone back who was thinking of leaving or might have left. Get the core back together and then sort of build from there. And so I think that you're seeing the fruits of now 2 years that they've been building up to this, and I think that they're definitely a finals team this year. There's a lot of strong teams in the league at the moment, but they can go for it this year. I think really strong local core who have been together for quite a while now. Some great kids, Marino, Pataki, Cliff, Perini. So really good young guys coming up, and the import core as well. Sometimes you see hockey teams where the imports, they sort of don't really fit in. They might be in their own little world some of the time, but these guys, having hung around with them like any fan does, you can really see how much they click with the team. Grant Toulmin's an assistant captain. So it's not all the time that you get to have an import that one sticks around for that long, two has that sort of presence. And then same as Wadrick, you guys had him for 2 years, so you would know the impact that he brings. And then Skip, really young guy. He's only 23. So really young, mature, well-mannered guy who seems to get along well with everyone. And Brian Kolzachek, haven't really met him properly yet, but having imports like that really helps bring the team together.
That's something we were talking about with North Stars captain Bert Malloy, just about getting imports and gelling and fitting into the team is often we want to find someone that fits into the team who gels, who sort of
exactly
is good in the locker room.
And you could maybe get some guy from the AIHL who's maybe had a few pro games, and they might not fit as well as someone who's maybe played in the CIS or U Sports they call it now. So maybe a couple of levels lower, but they just fit. And that I think any team would take that sort of presence any day.
Yeah, absolutely. It really makes me wonder how the team managers and the decision makers decide who to go after, and how they get the right fit so often.
Yeah, I guess they need to treat it like a job interview rather than just getting up their elite prospects page going, 700 pro games, I'm going to take this guy. Yeah. Treating it as a job interview, maybe a couple Skype calls, get to know them as a person. Everything hockey-wise about them you can see on the internet. I guess it's more just digging deeper.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to have a chat with you about your chat with Nathan Walker.
Oh, yep.
You had him on the stream Friday night or last week?
It was last week.
It was last week.
On
Sorry.
Saturday or Sunday. Yeah, that's right.
So you get him when he's available, when he's in town, because he's a Sydney boy. Yep. What's it like? Being able to have Nathan on and chatting with him and on the stream.
The funny thing about that day was that he only just dropped in, so I was actually getting on the train from the city where I live up to Macquarie, and one of the Ice Dogs team managers texted me and said, Nathan's around, you can try and get him on. Yep. Just ask. He doesn't really want to make it a media circus or anything, so just ask. I got him early, managed to get him on, and that was the second time I spoke to him, and he's such a nice guy. Yeah. He gets along really well with all those Ice Dogs guys. They're, I guess, the guys that he grew up playing with, so there is sort of guys that go way back for him. So he loves being around the Ice Dogs. You can see he trained with them.
Yeah. I was going to say he was on the ice with them.
And then just for me, having him available once a year as an interview is fantastic, and he's always up for it.
Yeah, I know what you mean about probably going to a game pretty low key, because
totally.
We're at the Ice Hockey Classic last night, and he was there too,
right?
and just everyone wants to meet Nathan, get a photo with him, and have a chat. But he was kind enough to have a chat with us as well.
Yep.
He's a really fantastic, nice guy. And he'll make time for you.
Exactly.
Absolutely, he's lovely.
And did you see that video of him training with the Ice Dogs?
Yes.
Just looked like a god on the ice with them, and they're all good players, and he was buzzing down the left wing.
It's insane seeing the level he is at.
Yep.
Which he's in an NHL team. It shouldn't surprise you, but just sort of seeing it in action, it's amazing.
And it's funny, you watch the NHL, and I guess you sort of take it for granted some of the time, because he's at the lower end of an NHL team, I guess you could say, being a black ace in the playoff. So he's one of the lower guys in the top 600 players in the world, that is, to put it in context. But I think you take it for granted, watching guys like Ovechkin and Sid, and then you see a guy like that come out on the ice and you go, wow, every single one of these players is amazing. It's just phenomenal to even scratch the surface of that league, and for him to get a playoff point as well.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Fantastic.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for chatting with us, Luke, and we'll let you go and get back to Sydney.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
No worries. That was Luke Worthington, a social media manager and commentator for the Sydney Ice Dogs. Just having a bit of a chat about their setup this year, and we've just got Gav back, and we'll wrap this up, Gav.
Just a little appearance today.
Yeah, you were tardy this time today.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. So I had a couple of fantastic chats with the guys.
Yeah.
And for the Northstars, they aren't taking this win as we're the greatest. They're like, no, we've still got work to do. And Bert is determined to be up there in that Final Four. He said he was gutted to not be there last year.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're cementing themselves a spot now with that win. They're getting up into second spot. So they've got to maintain a couple of wins from. You don't want to lose any games from teams underneath you.
Yep. Absolutely.
Coming into the we're past halfway into the season.
Yeah.
So it's definitely coming down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
So we've leapfrogged into second place, I believe, with the 6-4 win tonight against the Sydney Ice Dogs. Additionally, Melbourne Mustangs defeated the Bears 3-0, and Canberra Brave and Adelaide Adrenaline, their game is starting at 7 p.m. after a little bit of a reschedule
delay.
there. Canberra's plane wasn't able to take off, so there was a bit of a worry there. Adelaide game was sold out.
For Canada Day.
For Canada Day, big one for them. But Canberra able to get on the plane, a last-minute dash from the airport to the rink, and they'll play a little bit later. But it's a little bit of drama, but we have it every season. Something will invariably
It's one of those things that happens, I suppose. They came from Perth back to Adelaide to play, so it's unfortunate, but they'll get that game in.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
yeah.
Well, we'll be back next weekend.
With a double header.
Yeah, with a double header against Adelaide Adrenaline and Melbourne Ice. You'll see a bit of a shift in the commentary team and in the North Stars Live. We'll have a few people in and out and a few different faces.
People away and other
a few people away and commitments.
Yeah.
But join us, next weekend, and some of us, we'll take you through all the games, highlights, interviews, and everything that you've come to love about North Stars Live. And remember, if you have a question for a player or a coach or anyone, send a message to the North Stars Facebook page or use the hashtag North Stars Live, and we'll ask it. But for now,
Happy Canada Day.
Yeah, Happy Canada Day.
Hey.
I'm your host, Ellie Marie Watts.
And I'm Gavin Thurston.
And we'll catch you next time.